stand up like a pipe, a pipe. The banana must be ripe, and that's the only time. Bring out the jamet in a day. Bring out the jamet in a day. Bring out the jamet in a day. Bring out the jamet in a day.
We don't watch face, only words. We don't watch face, only face. We don't watch face, only words. We don't watch face, only face. We don't watch face, only words. We don't watch face, only face. We don't watch face, only words. When I say that we don't watch face, just understand what I mean. That's right. I mean I video thing harass, and we don't activate scenes. Right. They show me the facially, a girl must be looking nice and clean. Cause an ugly girl will come in this room and get a wine on the cheek. That's right. Hold the black man, both hands up. Hold the white man, both hands up. Hold the Indian, both hands up. Hold the Syrian, Panamanian, both hands up. Venezuelan, both hands up. Albanian, both hands up. And Jamaican, both hands up. I'm fed up on the same thing, over and over. Fed up on the same thing, over and over. Fed up on the same thing, over and over. Fed up on the same thing, over and over, 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 yeah. Stamina, stamina, stamina.
Saying a good morning to you, SVG. This is OMG in the morning. You're locked on to the trending station, man. We got so much to come your way. But first, let's do a quick station ID. This is OMG in the morning.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
Okay, I wonder where I go forward with it, Jimmy. I wonder if I go feel it, you know? Up until the end, set the place on fire again. Up until the end, set the place on fire again. Aye, different type of killer with no pretend strike, a different type of I'm a dog, them hyper. Different type of money, don't we live them like a different type of training. I'm a brain nice man, they swing me like a. Show me them, bring the fighter, swing the left and swing them right. Different type of, different type of. My granny tell me different strokes, different folks. Walk down some man, them head and run down some man, them choke. I tell no me split them scope. Seriousness, get them joke. Bricks them up, my chips afloat. Rich like how we ship a coat. Liar when I miss a quote, like tire, a choke. Destroyer from my hip a sport. Them a flip a sport. Bigger note, legends live forever. Them can't kill a goat. Swing a rope, pull me dogs them out and give me niggas one. Some different type of life with all me kids, cause man a real survivor. Stripes and me no mean a tiger. Lion on the streets, me wiser. I and them no lead me cider. Try and them sleep beside ya. See them there, easy driver. Jump on, hey. Some different type of killer, me no pretend strike. A different type of I'm a them hyper. Different type of money, don't me lift them like that. Different type of training, I'm a brain man, they swing me like that. Show me them, bring the fighters. Different type of killer, we no pretend strike. A different type of I'm a them hyper. Different type of money, don't me lift them like that. Different type of training, I'm a brain man, they swing me like that. Show me them, bring the fighters. Swing the left and swing them right.
Drop top in the summertime, link up a gal and pick her up in our time. How we roll me no left it big, money deliver a t-shirt cover man. You know the vibe, you know the vibe. Cruise on the ride with a cute trophy wife. You know the vibe. 100 on the highway, roll up the thing, them J say it's a nice day. 30 minutes take we from Kingston, got to Highgate. Air Force, one cut jeans, watch the climate. Portland, they on the beach with the fine date. Phone they on silent, deep for want to vibrate. No time waste to my place, she wind waist. Tell her say me hotter than a fireplace. You know the vibe, you know the vibe, you know the vibe, you know the vibe, you know the vibe. You know the vibe. Drop top in the summertime, link up a gal and pick her up in our time. How we roll me no left it big, Matty Bunny deliver a t-shirt.
Whenever you're lonely, shortly I'm a dead in a hurry. No need for nobody know about me. Love keep on shorty. Lonely, short me whenever you're the hungry. Oh jeez, nobody there at your feet. Baby, up in a OG. Girl, from a side to me see the demon inside you. Like I don't want tighter. My butt continue right now. Oh, replay. Paranoid, that's a she stay. But the studio with the weekday.
The two lights.
What the community say hi. I'ma make all the pain vanish whenever my just feel ecstatic whenever my mates panic. Pull for the man, she speaks Spanish. Alright, in a day in no kids room, big room. They have to shift, pretty like flowers, it's true. They me like flowers and bloom. Just so good make you feel like you wanna cry. Girl, me just love on me and you connect like a Wi-Fi. Your secret safe with me, a freak in a try. The feel for me, me show you.
Boom 1069.
Cock up your for me, yeah. Fling up your for me, yeah. People feel like password. They me put it so hard, bro. You put too much away, yeah. You pick good up if it's straight, yeah. Girl, I'm done any plaster. You are good at why you last for. She said, babe, babe, this time not to pay for. You should have seen her face, tears fall, down. She said that feels so good, tears come down. Girl, so good you fall like rain come down. She said she want me to sink it way down. Rub down her bottom until them tear down.
Like you know, remember me did wanna go down. I made it tell you this is something you ready for. But like a temper man, you're different than a regular. I would tell you say my love money press trigger. Look ya baby, if my tell you say you are my first love, would you believe? May I forgive it to you cause you saved me from the streets. But life will be without you, can't begin to imagine. I'll if you make me doubt you, me just feel me, I go love you same way. Let's get married, done with the play dates. Next 10 years, do it with the same place. Now I sell you out this type of love, no exchange. Respect you to the fullest, never make you feel no way. My heart iron, but you already know that. Fight for you like the Navy, I'm your little soldier. You give me everything, my one boy, you never will back. Come and go fall in love again.
Baby, it is obvious that I'm in love with you, girl. I've been racing, I've been waiting just to see you. Baby, it is obvious that I'm in love with you, girl. I've been racing, I've been waiting just to see you.
My girl, you know you think fat, so me keep loving that. Beat you, make you keep coming back. I love how you're flexible like a acrobat. When you rest upon the dime, me watch your body clap. Say she all about the G, not another one. All when me fool like girl like Solomon. She asks me, where me girl gone? Listen when me answer the girl question. She says she have a man, me have a girl too. The girl says she have a man, me have a girl too. That's you. Say she have a man, me have a girl too. My girl, she don't need me. Why you just don't believe me? Hey, what you know? Hey, the girl say she have a man, me have a girl too. Hey, hey, the girl say she have a man, me have a girl too. That's you. Say she have a man, me have a girl too. My girl, she don't need me. Why you just don't believe me?
I wanna spend all my money on you. Show you some love cause I want to. I know you got pride, but let me come through. This time I'll take care of you. Let me pay for it, for it, for it. Let me pay for it, for it, for it.
First thing first, why you up one like a me hurt you first? Me do everything just to make you work. Now me I go end it like the 31st. Why you a try change my mind? Why you a calling me not tell a long time? If you hurt me again, it's a go be the last time. Can't take it no more, so get out of my life. How you for do that? Got me asking who that, never know. So you say you betray me like a Judas. Got me wasting my time and believing your lies. Never know you would have come and just mash up my life. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. You girl, you're toxic. How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. Girl, how you for toxic? How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side. Stick a deck, woman if you left, let you say you come back again. You no remember the days when I want cream crackers we a eat and gone and we bed. Make a man with a bend, get in your head, so you start give me attitude. And now your friend tell me no know if I true, but me know this you start to.
You really woulda do me that? After me tell you say me love you, girl. Can't buy a Benz and a house me up, but me give you everything money love. You really woulda do me that? After me tell you say me love you, girl. Can't buy a Benz and a house me up, but me give you everything money love.
Baby, just me spoil you. Get anything you like. Long as you are right and me alright. Me know you man, that's why me like you. To a woman that likes you see bump up the proper size. Come and keep up with it behind you. Just slap it mechanized. Snap a random picture, she pretty on any side. Me spoil you. Skin clean, thick times. Blush bright, so me now my choice. You're right there.
Early morning love, she get it good from she rise. But it on so good and make she shake out she ties. Smile upon her face, me know she pleased with this eyes. Coming around to make them gyal roll out them eyes. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Coming around to make them gyal roll out them eyes. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there.
Wine for your good, make sweat a drip off of me body, yeah. Oh, you're full of chatter, you can keep up with the energy. What a epic night of it, make it like a memory. Little bubble up, it treat it like a felony.
What you gonna do when there is nobody that do it better than this reggae guy? I can do this every morning, every evening. I just screaming straight back to sunrise. Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there.
Yeah, nobody fight it, just get in the position and boss one. Never you forget this is your mission. If you take a girl man, you want it in a condition and boss one. Take a sip and lose the inhibition. So when you depend it, you start my ignition. See you swinging it and this is my ambition. We give you the legit love, make you turn and twist and me give you the speed, make you balance and grip on.
Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
My time to wind up. Let them know say that nobody can stop me shine. Carry me and tell them ever clean and refine. Y'all just let them know that you are one of a kind.
I wanna do it right. I hope you do it right. I hope you do it right.
OMG in the morning. Morning.
And if you're just joining us, good morning to you once again, SVG. That's right, it's OMG in the morning. You're locked on to the trending station. Gotta say good morning to you if you're locked on our Facebook Live. You can find us there at Boom SVG 1069. That's the handle. That is also the handle for our social media platforms like Instagram and YouTube, so that you can follow and subscribe to us there, and make sure you put on those notifications so that you can be alerted when anything new is going down at 1069. I see that we'll be celebrating independence in a different way. You know anything about that? No. Okay. I see some stuff happening there, and, you know, all their fantasy things and all of these things. You know, I wonder if there's like people who, you remember there was this guy. Yes, that's his name. Let me tell you, boy, you just
Rest
knew
in
he's
peace.
of intention. Yeah. Rest in peace. But he loved Vinci. He loved being of intention. I don't know anybody who's patriotic.
See, this guy
as
does
him.
do it now, but
Who?
he
I
wasn't
think there is, you know.
Safi name.
I have no
Safi
idea.
or
But
something like
he's
that,
be
yeah.
dressed in
Safi.
independence colors.
Yeah, but Marty was the original
Ay, boy, you cannot.
with the big
I feel like
flag
he used to have
up
a
and
big
down.
flag. Right.
Yeah,
He used to have a big flag. He would just be in his independence colors.
He used
And
to do
I
a
just
mean,
love that.
selfish and barefoot too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that would make
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
That would make sense. That it probably used to taste
Rest in
real good
peace,
because he puts in a lot of
Marty, Mr.
Vinci
Mr.
love in
Vinci.
there. He probably used to put real Vinci love in there, boy. I'm telling you.
Also to saying condolences to Bala.
Yeah, we mentioned yesterday. I hope he's okay. I know you would have lost his mom at some point, and
Yeah,
now
no,
his
yeah.
dad. So we're sending you love. We're sending you positive vibes and
Also
support.
to Sian Bala and
Oh, they're brothers.
yeah, Sian and policeman.
I know who it's. I know. I can't remember his name,
It's
boy.
there. I just
Nah, I can't.
how I
Because
normally
it's
call him
Bala. Yeah, everybody usually says that. But we know who you mean. So our condolences, you know, it's always a difficult time. But this is the month of our independence, so it's gonna be interesting to see how people show how patriotic they are. You can keep us posted on how you'll be celebrating independence. Me hear this
We
now.
go back quotes. Take out the bike.
I'm waiting
For the
to see where this is
independence.
going.
No,
Uh-huh.
just to ride for the independence.
That makes us how that showing how patriotic we are. Why?
Because independence
No.
normally have a bike.
No. That's what just drive me crazy. Independence time. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, when I
Like,
used to live
yo,
Tongue Hill,
what- come
but
on, man.
now I live out of the reach. But
But you don't. Oh no. That's
yeah,
far.
they don't
But
normally.
even when I'm not in town, right?
But
When I'm by the other house,
When I was in Tongue Hill,
I could still hear them. I could still hear them. eh.
It's because it's had a little stretch coming up.
Yes,
Saying, yeah,
yes. Yes, buddy, I cannot. It is constant and it's like, I think there was a year not many persons came. It was so peaceful. But we have a lot of activities happening for Independence
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year.
I actually just got a call for booking to
And you know what was interesting? Remember I spoke about some of the stuff that I saw, the what you call them things, the flag
the flags,
stuff
them the little
that
flags.
going up. That is really the decorations, man. Let me take the thing that Jacks have.
I guess that's just
The thing that
starting.
Jacks have, really.
I mean, every week goes by, they
Yeah.
probably add something.
Okay, so we into this week now. We're gonna see what happens this week, and we're gonna see what happens next week. I'm telling you, buddy, it's the same. I'm wondering if it's the same exact fabric all the time, the same design. I mean, we have so much space to do stuff. I mean, the market, not the prettiest thing, but we could make it look a little bit
I
better.
saw the one up by Graves up there was open yesterday. Like they're gonna
What up by Graves?
the market.
Oh, okay. You mean by where customs
Yeah.
was?
So probably
So they're
might
going
be
to put some decorations there.
Well, I saw it was open up, so probably might be opening soon. I'm sure.
The vendors for the vendors to relocate. Let's wait and see. Good morning, you're live on OMG in the morning.
And then in the morning, Shady, how are you guys?
Hi. Well, we are hungry, so Subway.
She
Wait,
does
no,
all-
wait,
she
wait,
does always
wait.
be posting food.
Subway is actually open. Did you know that Subway opens right now?
Are you using me to do a Subway promo?
Absolutely not. We're not paid for that. So that is to tell you how we're desperate. So,
Are you dropping me a hint?
we could be so much better, right, Shady?
Of course.
With something to eat. Just saying.
Thank you.
So go ahead and make your contribution now that you know that we're hungry.
I am in Cameroon. If you could find yourself here, I'll be happy to actually make
Boy, you see how this fat boy is the yellow is when you had the yellow card, eh?
You know I'm a very good cook, so.
Wow, she come to brag.
But that's all because one of the things that really irritates me as a Vincent, and I think that we must do all that we can to foster national pride. And it really irritates my soul when every independence we see the same washed out piece of cloth.
You think it's the same fabric?
Women is the same.
Yeah, I think it is.
And you can see it because it's washed out, it's not ironed, it's crumpled up. There's no national pride, there's no effort, there's no.
These ones look like plastic. They look plastikish.
Listen, this thing, the
I'll
one
have to check it out when I go back up the road.
What is nanoplastic thing is the same cloth because I know with iron. I know when a piece of cloth iron, all right?
So that's
You gotta look for the ironing, but
No, let me tell you something. You could steam press it, you could take them to the cleaners, where the cleaners
that's
take
going
them.
to take more electricity. We poor. We don't have no money. We don't have no money to pay for electricity to
Exactly what
iron.
it's true because the poor people in the fishers market had to be paying more, which means we're gonna have to be paying more for fish anyway. But on a serious level, every year there's no difference, there's no change, there's no And then the thing is, sometimes, there's a thing where you say you could know a Jamaican anywhere they are because of how proud they are of their country. I think that we as Vincentians, we should try to get to instill that level of national pride in our people. And that level of national pride and patriotism can actually help a lot of people when they travel abroad to be a more invested citizens so that they'll have that desire to reinvest in their country, that desire to promote their country whilst they're abroad, that sense of nationalism and pride. And I'm not saying that they're not proud to be a visitor, but we have to put more effort into getting people to feel more proud to be Vincentians. It's absolutely ridiculous to me that every year I could tell you beforehand where the flags are going to go, how they're going to and when they're going to go up. And that is just it. Nothing.
So what are your suggestions to instill more national pride in Vincentians? What can be done?
I think, Daniel, that you need to have a committee in place that looks towards what are the different things that are trending locally, and how can we promote them? You need to have competitions in the schools about the themes and so forth. You need to have the ideas from young people coming out about the St. Vincent and Grenadines I want to see in the next couple of years, and then how can we fund these ideas? You need to have the people who are in the creative arts. They need to be doing songs and so forth around the Independence time. And you need to have like murals, dedicate parts of Kingston where the wall and them looking old and breakdown and raggedy. Hire some artists, some creatives to build murals of different things like the breadfruit, the parrot, the this, the that, the souffle, murals around town, so that it's like a place you could walk with your kid on a Sunday and go and take a picture and post to your Instagram. You get exposure, get the influencers, post that. I really want to hire.
Was this all on the fly? You come up with all of these things, okay? Like you had some time to think about this, man.
Listen, I'm a member of the New Democratic Party, and we're full of ideas. The public relations officer for the NDP, I think I'm what my son. You know?
Tell them give a raise for calling and giving these suggestions.
I sit around a table with Dr. Friday, who's a visionary, and in fact he's actually a creative. He can draw. I mean, I think that it really just takes effort, and it's not a matter of trying to bring down government at this time, but as I've been mentioned first and foremost, I just feel real small and independent. Someone is just like nothing. This is me talking as a Vincent, as like.
But you don't think that the majority of the responsibility falls on each person individually as a Vincent?
Daniel, you think I can find money to go and build a mural around Kingston? Where can I find it from? I could barely pay my life bill starting month.
We need to train in the party card for different party card. It might get through.
Listen, I'll cut off my ink finger before you.
Wow, it's that serious. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. All right, thank you. Oh my gosh, she said she prefer cut off that voting finger day before. All right, that is just a ring back. Listen, let me get some messages to you, but I really hope that we see some kind of different decorations and, you know, just something with a little bit more of a modern feel. We have so many decorators and all kind of people who can do these things now. Just call up somebody. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, my sister. Before you take the break, just want to say something quickly while the lady is listening. I have begged Dr. Friday so many times that you have a public relations officer. I've done an assessment across the country, thousands of persons, and they don't hear this young lady. And then all of a sudden she shows up to talk trivia. I'm saying there are so much things, my sister, concerning the people of the Grenadines and the citizens of our country. And you're telling me that in this current dispensation, that is how you see it, that with Mr. Gonsalves, the way they treat us without no rule of law, that is how you see life? And you could just come and talk about a cloth, and you're not talking about the tremendous amount of young people who are literally now getting themselves in trouble with drugs and crime, who they have lost their way. The farmers with no market, so basically the land lays fallow. That is what a public relations officer is all about. I'm begging you, do you know, my sister, also, that when I called Dr. Friday, I said, Friday, this is the most popular listen to station because you have a wonderful lady named Miss Vera and a young man. I'm praying I miss you. There are a lot of things I don't like about him, but I'm praying that you're okay. And when I called Dr. Friday and them, you know what they said to me? I'm not lying. I couldn't go in front of the judge and prove it. They said they don't have any time here because you and Bing and you all have an agenda. I said, Friday, what kind of agenda do they have? Even if you might think that they are ULP oriented.
Miss Dr. Friday said that.
My brother, my sister, hold on, this is Hamilton, This is Hamilton. I won't lie for my son. I won't lie for I've been very consistent. And I'm saying, I tell him also about Kingsley program. I tell him about other programs that they could go on. Dr. Friday does not want. So do you hear them here? This young lady all of a sudden shows up. And she doesn't understand the implication. Let me tell you something. Madam, why I'm calling you is that you have a very important situation that happened a few days ago. And this institution, the World Council for Health, it comprises of 130 international groups of doctors that are calling for an investigation into these vaccines, in particular the
we talking independence, man.
I am saying, my sister, independence cannot be without your health. Independence cannot be that you have vaccines that are literally. Then go to the my sister. Let me tell you, why are we missing Bing? Why are we missing so much people?
You tell me.
I want to know. Because let me say this, I believe with all my heart that James Mitchell and so much other persons.
Don't go there.
I'm going there.
Move on. Make your last
point.
point.
Let me make my last point. I want to say to that very lady also, sister, I love you. I supported your party. I want you to tell me what is happening. When Mr. Gonsalves said last year, I can't pay the 30 million. What did he get so he could pay 30 million now and even to go further to get percentage increase? Madam, tell me what is happening at the NAS. What is happening with government monies, with my money? Mm-hmm. What is happening? Why is it that you could have one institution saying 5% growth, which is IMF, which was fooled, and ECLEC saying only 2% growth? What is happening? How are you paying salaries? What is happening at the NCB Bank? The people at the bank.
All right.
Let me get a figure. Last time when I saw that figure coming from the NCB Bank,
out, so.
Do you know that only the bank, that bank only had $5 million in profit? But yet you had 95 million unaccounted for between 2010. And I'm saying, I'm calling for all those stakeholders, including Mr. Gonsalves, including the Accountant General, including the Auditor General, including the wasteful time NDP, to tell us of how our monies are being spent. And if we can't have it by the end of this month, I'm calling for all the people of this country to come together. Let me shut the country down so that we could get accountability. I'm fed up of corruption. I'm fed up of people.
Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. And I'm fed up of feeling like I don't know where I am. I'm fed up of being screamed at. I can't do it. I can't do it. Every day, so the person supposed to be screaming at me is my child. And he loves scream. I ain't coming here for that kind of nonsense. Let me get some messages for you right now. Gotta say good morning to the Pharmacy Plus family. Check out Pharmacy Plus today for your dietary supplements. Get your vitamins, minerals, and tonics for children and adults to support all body functions, boost the immune system, increase energy, and support healthy hair, skin, and nails. Back in stock at Pharmacy Plus, you can get your Ferroglobin tonic and capsules, your Nerve tonic, your Vitone tonic, and Pharmaton advanced tablets also available. You can get your biotin capsules retail. Check them out at their location on Egmont Street. That's Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more. And if you're looking for vehicle parts, check out Barry's Auto Parts today. They're located on Lower Middle Street Gap. It's a big blue building. You cannot miss it. They've got parts for different vehicles. You can get your fender, you can get your headlights, your brake, your master and booster, taillights, just to name a few. You can even get your router, your shocks, and so much more for whatever vehicle you are driving. Call them up at 593-5226 and ask about what you can get at Barry's Auto Parts. If you're checking out their physical location, you can make it a one-stop shop, or we say kill two birds with one stone. You can check out On Fleet Boutique. If you're looking for a fit for an upcoming event, they've got you covered. Check them out. Located in the same building as Barry's Auto Parts, or you can call them at 497-8227. And check out Quartz today for sweet deals that are available on stoves, mattresses, chair sets, and accessories with savings of up to 60% on selected products. Plus, visit their store to view their new arrivals, including the Nintendo PS5 and the Craftsman Power Tool range. No money, no problem. Ask about their flexible credit payment packages. Quartz is bringing value home. And if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, you want to check out KCCU's National Dance Fest. And the final night will be this Saturday, the 8th of October. The performers will be dancing under the theme Together We Can. As I said, it is the finals taking place at the Russell's Auditorium, kicking off from 7 p.m. Get your tickets today, available at KCCU, their location on Granby Street. You can also call them at 457-2409 to reserve your tickets to now. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. It's a good show. It's a real good show. And you can stay connected with New Flow Broadband 250 package and enjoy fiber fast internet connectivity at home and pay only $60 for the rest of the year. Broadband 250 package is available island-wide. To subscribe today, check them out in store or WhatsApp to the number 494-5464. Terms and conditions do apply. Flow is keeping you connected. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We still got so much to discuss. You know, I've seen some things in the news about the quarry. So I want us to talk a bit about that when we come back. So stick around.
October 4th, there'll be thousands of dollars to...
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. Much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
Sexual abuse must stop. Join me in this fight now. I want you to see suspect say among friends and families. See suspect say in the schools and communities. Children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the authorities. That's what you should do. You see the signs, do what's right. Put a stop to child abuse. See suspect say among friends and families. A message from the Child Development Division.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, side it up, on the line. Easy wins with love. Easy wins.
Get the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $10 or more. Activate a prepaid plan, switch to Flow, or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, side it up, on the love. Easy wins with love.
Low terms and conditions apply.
That's SVG at 457-2159. Email
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
Big People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion.
She left the road, the road, the road, big road.
Music by by DJ Easy Sounds. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard Shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shanique at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday, 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG. Part sponsored by Standard Shippers.
Hardware Folks.
Ooh la la. It's time to shop new arrivals only at Quartz. Be the first to get great deals on our brand new selections of living and dining room sets, appliances and electronics, smart devices, and much more. Or get ready for Christmas and shop our brand new selection of holiday decorations and accessories. Plus, shop today and pay only $1,199 for a 20-inch Mave stove. Need a new mattress? Get our Sleep On It Queen mattress at only $899. And don't forget to stop by and grab a TCL 32-inch TV for as low as $1,149. No cash, no problem. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay nothing for 30 days. Shop in-store or online at shopquartz.com. Conditions apply. Ooh la la. These are deals you don't want to miss. Quartz, bringing value home.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
It's the Carreras Food Mart end of month specials with great savings in store. Onions, $1.50 per pound. Potatoes, $1.75 per pound. Ground turkey, $9.40 per 1 pound tube. Tomato paste, 6 ounce, $3.95. Chicken ramen noodles, $1.95. Butter yellow cake mix, $6.85. O. Henry chocolate bar, $4.23. Cranberry apple juice, 64 ounce, $11.40. 6-pack toilet paper, $6.50. And your 3-bottle liquor special starting at $85. Visit in store for more savings. Offer ends October 3rd, 2022. Carreras Distribution. Terms and conditions apply.
Drink it up. Island Sips Primrose Water.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Come and tell me she don't really think I can handle it. I say you lash your head out. You know what they call me? Avinci.
Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home,
Avinci.
Somebody take me home,
Avinci.
So many places in the world. So many beautiful things to see, but none of it compares to home. I'm from paradise, SPG, so from the hills to the mountains, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vinci, put your hands up high and let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Take a drive to the countryside, drop the window and feel the vibe. There's no other place I'd rather be. Me Vinci girl by my side. I tell them all the while, we don't have no gold nor oil, but we have wonderful people rich with beautiful smiles. From the hills to the mountains, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vinci, put your mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Hey, Vince me come from, and I will never sell out my heritage. So if you're looking for me, don't worry, you can find me up in the hills. I'm doing it the Vincy way. I wish every day was Vincy day. So if you're proud of your country, put up on your hands and say, from the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vincy, put your hands up high. And let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Whoa, yeah. Rodney, Skinny Fabulous. This island is mine. Look who it is. It's the whining queen of the soca. Everybody want come hold her. Whining queen of the soca. Lord, she want me know. Check her now. Whining up the body, want me know. Check her now. Bouncing up the body, want me know. Check her now. Whining up the body, want me know. Check her now. Bouncing up the bam bam. Head, shoulder, knees. Move over, let her breathe. She ain't nothing easy, so get ready for the teacher. Lights done flick for the camera. Crowd of people front and center. The video man not shaking enough. He ain't seen none yet. She only want me know. Check her now. Winding up the body, want me know. Check her now. Bouncing up the body, want me know. Check her now. Winding up the body, want me know. Check her now. Bouncing up the bam bam. Well, all she need is soca. She don't need no hope now. When she start to broke it down, the whole party turn over. One look to the left like ready. Backside nice and heavy. Bounce it, bounce it. She just stick, oh, girl keep on want me, oh. Check her now, winding up the body, want me, oh. Check her now, bouncing up the body, want me, oh. Check her now, winding up the body, want me, oh. Check her now, bouncing up the
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
I was about to tell you it is not Back to the Future, so don't even try that. Don't even try that. Don't
I don't know what you're
even
talking
try that. It's too early in the week, too early in the month for these things, Shady. Listen, if you're locked on from Brooklyn, New York, anywhere in the US, you can make the little trip. Even if where's Bernadette? Bernadette is in Canada. And she made the trip over to check out Woodsy, right, Bernadette? I think so. I could be incorrect. Just check out Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant. They're open today on Clarkson Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. And from what I understand, it's definitely a place you want to check out and grab something to eat, like the Winston, correct me if I'm wrong, is cassava fries. Cassava fries. Winston said onion rings. Bernadette said snapper. And Woodsy says pulled chicken sliders, the mozzarella sticks, guacamole, and plantain chips. You can even get your all-American burger, chicken, rice, and peas, or you can get your steaks. So make sure you check out Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant. They are located on Clarkson Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We do have council coming up in just a few minutes, but I just want to give the preview to what is happening with the quarry. You know, there was so much fuss being made about this Richmond quarry and Reno and the safety of it and the environmental assessment. And I mean, there was a lot of back and forth about how the people were informed. We are well aware of all of the drama that has been surrounding this quarry. Interestingly enough, I saw a headline on Eyewitness News saying that the diamond quarry delayed a year. Site has more dirt than expected. So it's going to be another year before we see some action happening there. We got to get into conversation about that this morning and see, you know, where those stones are. It was supposed to be so much stones that it caused some kind of something, make somebody what you want to say?
Yeah, it's supposed to have so much stone that will give you an orgasm.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Orgasmic kind of thing going on there, but boy, I must be real pressure now that you ain't getting that from the stones. Backed up, man. I don't know. Feel. It's who said it?
Mr. Francis, Senator Minister Francis.
No, then he said that the guy said that Reno said that.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, he said that Reno said that.
He would have made the code as well.
It's
crazy, man.
All right, so we've got Council Thomas backstage. Let's bring him forward. It is time for our Plain Talk segment.
Plain Talk. Plain Talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All your talk now.
On OMG.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning. Good morning, Daniel.
You good?
Good morning, Mr. Horn. Good morning, Shady.
You good?
Good morning, most of all, to your listeners. I'm well, yeah.
Okay.
I heard you all talking this morning on the issue of patriotism, independence and patriotism and so on. And I thought I should weigh in because I've always had a rather contrarian view as to what our independence mean and out of what do we grow our patriotism. And I wonder, what is it when we say that we are patriots and when we say we love St. Vincent, we are loving St. Vincent as opposed to what? Is it that we love St. Vincent and we hate St. Lucia or Grenada or Dominica or Barbados? And in a real sense, how is St. Vincent different than St. Lucia, Grenada, Barbados, or Trinidad? Because as someone who have had an opportunity to travel around a little bit, I don't see the difference. I don't discern the difference. When I go to any of these islands, I see African people who came out of the same experience. They were brought over from the continent. We were enslaved. We spent, in many cases, sometimes hundreds of years. They would go back to Barbados and St. Kitts, and probably 40 years if we look at St. Vincent. And then we had over 100, almost 200 years of British colonialism. So what is it that make us different? What is it that make us special? I heard someone calling in talking about, we should do the decals. We should do the paintings, we should do murals and so on and so forth. But how does that show that we are patriotic? I mean, those are symbols of patriotism, but I'm not so sure that it gives people an understanding. If anything, the hype that's whipped up around independence is almost like an election hype. It's our birthday today, St. Vincent's birthday, October 27th. So we have a hype about that. Our elections are coming, so we have a hype about our political party, whichever one we want to celebrate in the moment. And I really think that we need to interrogate the concept of patriotism and to have an understanding that, let's say if we go back 60, 65 years, and we think about the fact that when the British were beginning to dislocate themselves, or we were dislocated them based on our efforts and our struggles, there was this whole concept of a West Indian Federation in 1958. And the British didn't give a lot of support to it because, for one thing, they didn't want us to be united as one. But assume for a moment that that West Indian Federation had survived and had grown, and that the Caribbean had been one single entity as it was envisaged just over 60 years ago. Would we be talking about Vincentian patriotism in the same way in which we tend to talk about it now? And it seems to me that a lot of what we talk about is contrary, because I am not sure when we say Vinci to the bone, what do we mean? Or when we say St. Vincent above does that have real, profound, deep meaning, or is it just a cliche? Is it just a statement? Is it just an irrational attachment to who we say we are and what we believe we have become? And I am not sure that a lot of it has any meaning. I don't think that, for one thing, most of us don't have a clear appreciation of our roots, where we came from, and as a consequence, we don't have an understanding of who we really are. I mean, I'm currently reading a book by C.L.R. James, the great Trinidadian social critic philosopher, and he talks about the way in which education, or the education that we have gotten in the Caribbean, did not allow us to have a true understanding of who we are. And I am taken by that point, because all too often when we have these kind of conversations, in many respects they seem empty to me. It's like, where is the meat, where is the substance behind the notion of patriotism? To a large extent, it seems uninformed, it seems contrived, and it seems, and this is why I think overall these things are like a ritual. They come and they go. There's no ongoing education. There's no ongoing upliftment of who we are. So, for example, even to this day, 43 years after independence, we still don't have a history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We still, I was so happy the other day that I met my Grubby Denny, a brilliant Vincentian historian whom both of us went to Roman Catholic school together, and contemporary of mine. I might be a year or two ahead of him, but he talks about finishing up the first chapter on a true history of St. Vincent. And when I listen to him talk, once that is captured in the book, I think it would make a really, really substantive, really important reading. But I believe that to build a country, to build a nation, to build a society, it has to be based on more. And I am not so sure that the conversation that we are having, or when we talk about patriotism, when we talk about what it means to love St. Vincent, I don't get the feeling that there is any deep understanding for it. And I would very much prefer, in Africa, they used to say, for a nation to survive, the tribes must die. And I would very much prefer to see a St. Vincent entity subsumed into a larger Caribbean entity, a Caribbean, one Caribbean nation, or a federated state of the Caribbean, because I think that we would be able to punch above and beyond our weight class. If we take the Caribbean as a whole, and this is the point that C.L.R. James makes in his book. Actually, the book is called Don't Play with Revolution. C.L.R. James makes the argument that the Caribbean and its achievements over the last 400 years has been as outstanding in its creativity and its development as the Mediterranean, particularly the Greek society that seemed to be celebrated in Western society. And he talks about the important role that the Caribbean played, for one, in the development of the Industrial Revolution in Europe and the growth and development of Europe. He talks about our culture. He talks about our literary greatness, and point to people like George Lamin and Alejo Carpenter and so many of our other great writers. He talks about our cultural phenoms like Gary Sobers. And when he puts all of that into a package, he makes to me a rather convincing story that we are so much more than who we are. But we are that when we think about ourselves as a Caribbean, rather, or as a political space that encompasses all of the Caribbean, French, Spanish, English-speaking Caribbean, rather than this notion that this speck in the sea St. Vincent is this entity that we need to celebrate above and beyond everything else. I know that is not probably what people want to hear around this time of independence, but I thought I should put my 2 cents in. Hopefully, we can all end up with a whole big dollar. That's my take.
All right. We have some people in agreement with what you were saying. Some people kind of neither here nor there about it. Anything that you would like to ask, Council, or should we wrap there?
Nothing more, man.
Okay. All right, Council, we want to say thank you so much for your Plain Talk segment this morning. We're looking forward to having you again tomorrow.
No problem at all. Until we meet again, take care.
All
right. That's where we wrap up our Plain Talk segment with Council Thomas this morning. We're going to take a commercial break that's going to run us straight to the top for our station ID. We're coming back. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of waiting at bus stops? Then let the SVG Teachers Cooperative credit you.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs? At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. At Metrosint General Insurance.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
At 784-456-1821 or email us at metrosint@fintosurf.com.
Drink it up. Island Sips Plum Rose Water. We're drinking. Taste the flavor today. Drinking plum. When you top it up, switch it up, side it up, on the love. Easy wins with love. Easy wins.
Get the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $10 or more. Activate a prepaid plan. Switch to Flow or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash. Data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, side it up, on the love. Easy wins with love.
No terms and conditions apply.
Purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Bundle, yeah. Bundle, floor.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
Bundle sale. Tap up, yeah. Tap up, man. Tap up. Look at the place covered. Rose all you want. What's all you want? Look at the place covered.
Big People Events presents October Ragasoka Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion.
She left the road. Big road.
Music by DJ Easy Sounds. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard Shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shani at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG. Part sponsored by Standard Shippers.
To miss Quartz, bringing value home.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
It's a summer kind of thing. Yeah, boom. Tell you full up on the niceness. Your body turn up and I like it. So put it on me now, mama. Your body sweeter than sugar, than sugar. You're full up of the niceness. Your body turn up and I like it. So put it on me now, mama. Your body sweeter than sugar, yeah, than sugar. So tell them you look good for the summer. 10 out of 10. You wine good for the summer. You gonna get stand good for the summer. You're something full of power. You tell them you look good for the summer. 10 out of 10. You wine good for the summer. You gonna get stand good for the summer. You're something full of power.
Let me tell you now, stop. Everybody try your drinks up. Every man got a gal so they think up. We be coming at the dance, we jump over the wall. We not care, everybody just link up. We man got the whole place think up. Hennessy in a cup, now you tint up. Can the DJ turn up, let the party burn up. We not stop, all when them say the bar burn. You know say the party nice, you know say the party nice. DJ just play the vibe. You know say the party nice. And we gonna drink drinks till we can't drink no more. Smoke weed till we can't smoke no more. Drink drinks till we can't drink no more. Smoke weed till we can't smoke no more.
Dash a fire on the bad mind them. We not go mix up with the two-faced friend. Dash a fire on the hypocrite them. Righteous youth, the super dog a defend. Talk them attack, spend we a spend. Borrow them a borrow, lend we a lend. We not go back no friend from them. Easy now. Pass me some ganja with a pack of Whistler. No flicker, whole heap of water. Big body girl pick up on me ninja. Music a flash through the speaker. The summer done rich. Yes, the summer done rich. Umbrella tattoo and bleach. Summer done rich. Me say the summer done rich. Grab your towel, we going to the beach. The summer done rich. Yes, the summer done rich. Umbrella tattoo and bleach. Summer done rich. Me say the summer done rich. Grab your towel, we going to the beach.
Things up for now start anymore. Greatness man I ignore. The outside man no ignore. I grade a kick like a with more.
I talk, chop it up like a C4. Babylon where we live poor. My life sweet like a ensure. Blessings are flow and we get more.
You must feel what you are elevate. You feel what you are elevate. They must feel what you are elevate. You must feel what you are elevate.
Hard when time rough we a celebrate.
You must feel what you are elevate.
While them a fight and a segregate. Them a feel what you elevate.
Them a feel what you are right. Yes, we're them negative vibes. Maroon, we don't feel no devil in the skies. Them come around with them out full of lies.
We lion no roll in the crew them. I'm a rude on great, we assure them. Venture smart and son of the chosen. Blessing it a flow like the hose them. It is there for me, it is there for you. If you start to see, then you find the truth. Higher heights to see, like a kite we flew. You not like this, me not like you too.
They must feel what you are elevate. They must feel what you are elevate. They must feel what you are elevate. They must feel what you are elevate.
Hard when time rough, we a celebrate.
They must feel what you are elevate.
While them a fight and a segregate. They must feel what you are elevate.
Yeah, why you all talk about money when you ain't got none and you know that you're broke? Why you all wanna talk about the white lady? Oh, you ain't got no dope. Why you know about the big Benz park up? Shop done, put it in a spot. Girlfriend claim just as smart to you use her head. Make sure you use her tight. Where we there? We up down. Yeah, we love. We up down. We love, yeah, we love, yeah. We get your money fever. My girlfriend the diva. Big Benz park up and the diva. 640 where you live. Cheap and clean, there you are here. A girl look me up and tell me say she not here. Bobby tell her the things what she buy here. Are we them girl out and not care. Yeah, listen, you're the fire, you're not here. Be a pretty burn girl with doll hair. Friend of us, friend, she not want share. Give her the lumber, hardware. We get your money fever. My girlfriend the diva. Big Benz park up and the diva. 640 where you live. I love the cheddar, so I'm watching money. $1.5 million, mommy money. Now let's see what you know, bro. What's the Bobby money? Got a long and dirt and she love it, nothing. When I ain't need an uncle, when we got chips. Have a lot of money, we got bread. Put money for me head, me a tell her darkness. Man, well, up on the no.
Boom 1069.
And you can stay connected with a new Flow Broadband 250 package and enjoy fiber fast internet connectivity at home and pay only $60 for the rest of the year. Broadband 250 packages available island-wide to subscribe today. Check them out in store or WhatsApp message the Flow Virtual at 494-5464. Terms and conditions do apply. Flow is keeping you connected. I see some persons I haven't seen on the live before.
Yeah.
But maybe I have seen Teacher Simmons.
Yeah,
on the live
teacher
before.
coming
Yeah,
from
I
time
have.
to time. Big up teacher. I'm a soldier from No Man's.
Yeah, big up to Bernadette. Yes. Oh, she went to Vincy Day. Oh, that's nice. And that's when she checked out Woodsy. Big up to Winston.
Angela.
With a Vincy flag in his profile pic. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Alicia, good morning to you.
Alicia. We ain't hear from Bud. We did hear from Bud.
Nah. But like you're taking an extended nap this morning. I hope you're good.
How about Marlon? Marlon, my partner. Marlon.
I haven't seen Marlon.
Marlon called him today that we hear you. Slider.
Well, I hope he's doing okay. I
Slider.
heard that he was under the weather. He called in when I wasn't here.
Oh, Slider.
No.
Yeah, I think he. Well, you ain't hear him from Slider since?
Nope.
Slider calling the other day, man. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a minute since we've heard from him.
Yeah.
So Slider, if you know if anybody knows what's happening,
Big up
just let us know what's going on, as well as Bigger Biggs. We haven't heard an update on how he's doing. You know that he.
Who Bigger Big?
Yeah.
What is up with him?
He had a heart attack.
Right.
Some time ago, but we don't know.
And Minister Francis was,
But we don't know.
We haven't
heard any kind of
somebody will give us
update
an
and-
update, probably.
Yeah, so you just let us know.
Yes. Miss
if
King
you know
give us an
anything.
update. Yes.
I don't think she knows.
She know, man. She gonna know more than us.
Shoma, good morning to you as well. Mary, darling, good morning. Why you weren't
Mary
saying
is the
anything
one.
before? Why Mary is a darling.
Nah. Yeah, Mary like music.
Mary is you understand? She's a vibes girl. I like that. She's a vibes girl. Somebody's asking how Senator Francis is doing. Winston is saying that he heard that Slider is a
Slider's
bit
not-
under the
yeah,
weather. Yeah, we know he's under the weather, but like we hope everything is looking up and that he is on the mend. Slider, we hope you're good, man.
Is Tanya Gunny Christopher there? That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Always locked down. So big up.
Yeah, she make a little trouble every now and again, but it's all right. we like it like that.
I
We
know,
like that.
right? I know.
So as I was there's some things we want to get into. We want to talk about fishing. We want to talk about
Yes.
crayfish and thing because the people in North Lee, what is it?
Yeah,
They're saying that they the treachery
it's being affected.
generates how much you think it generates?
The chichi about 100,000. Yeah. Most definitely.
A year in North Leeward, and
Yeah,
then here we're
Chichi is
seeing
serious thing.
that the quarry is going to be delayed. When
Yeah.
when were they supposed to start?
Well, all now I think. All now they should.
It's not.
But they have.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It says it will be another year before the first pebble rolls off the proposed quarry at Richmond. The investor Reno, and this is from Eyewitness News.
Yeah.
He told Eyewitness News on Sunday.
Yeah.
In January, he said that production at the stone quarry was expected to begin in 6 months. So that is in January. So it's supposed to, you're right.
Already begin,
yeah,
yeah,
it's already
yeah,
supposed to start already.
Yeah.
However, more than 6 months have passed without any activity at the site where the government has leased 59 acres of agricultural land for 30 years. Before the work ceased, the company had cut several profiles in the headland to investigate the amount of rock actually located at the site. So this is what Reno says. He says the findings are that the rocks are very, very deep. Deep. And there's a lot of initial work that needs to be done to get the rock. So the cost of getting the rock is significantly more than I anticipated. Oh boy, trouble. But because there is a demand for it, we think demand he mean there.
The demand?
We think is the demand. Let's play yes, demand is to provide us with the aggregate for the ports. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And my commitment to the government to get it done, I will get it done. He was not in a position to give an estimate of how much rock is at the site, although, man, I don't want.
But remember,
Senator Francis, you know, 100%.
Remember the majority of that material was supposed to be exported.
Okay then, but he's making it seem like his main priority is to provide the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines with aggregate for the port. Okay, this is although Senator Francis said the investor had multiple orgasms on seeing the quality of the rock. This is the same rock that deep, and now the cost is gonna be significantly more to get the. Okay, cool. Just making sure we all on the same page. Actually, for the volume of rocks, I cannot tell you I made a proper estimate. These things happen though. We're all human, so we made a little boo-boo day.
Yeah.
As work was done on that before, which was handed to me by the government of the estimated amount of rock. So he basically threw it back on the government and say, well, they gave me this estimate, so it ain't really me. I just go in with the estimate they gave me.
Yeah, you're going with the flow.
And we went with it. But you know, this is not about how much you have or how much it does not. I think what it is for the government is St. Vincent has a big port to do, and there's a demand for aggregate in St. Vincent now.
So the story shifts again,
What I have to do now is to ensure that I deliver some of the materials necessary to them immediately as soon as I can.
To who them?
The government.
Okay.
This is what Reno said, who told Eyewitness News in January that the scale of the production would be such that 99% of the aggregates would be for export.
So that means the 1% is sufficient for the port.
I can't make up this stuff, bro. I cannot make it up. He said that when one looks at the rock face, you see one thing, and the other thing is when you get into there, it's something different. But there's going to be a major cost in getting the material. I promised that I would do it. From a government point of view, they see it as a necessary thing to do for the country. I gave them the undertaking that I will do it, and I will continue to do it. You sound like you're doing a lot of convincing, bro. Work recently started on the site where Reno said, we're just preparing for us to do a layout of where the plant is going to go. Yeah, so basically it's a very, very, very long, and we ain't have that kind of time here. Susan, I read all of them things here.
But I mean, even with Reno, there were a lot of concessions there as well, you know. Concessions. So maybe they took the concessions, and the initial thing was to use that same material now to make money from the port. You see what I'm saying?
So the people who the treasury people, right? That generating this amount of money annually.
No.
So they just can't go there anymore now because they just we at a standstill.
For another year. For another year. So you affect person's livelihood right there. Person's livelihood has been affected, and now there's a delay.
We can't make this up. We can't make this up. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning, Miss Vera. Good morning. Fernando.
Good morning, sir.
Good boy, Shady. Shady, like you have to start supplying you guys with fish here because things getting very expensive.
Yeah, we get in there just now, we get in there.
Catching some size of Kovali,
Boy, you see that last one here there?
Oh, Shady.
Gosh, what that thing, boy?
The show Shady taking. The show Shady taking people fish and posting it.
No.
Boy, listen me. I was on the wharf with Shady for about 3 hours, and my daughter caught a fish. Shady didn't catch any.
My boy, Shady is a union, man. Shady is a unionated. What a people. Shady is a unionated.
I know. Them unionites, boy. I know them unionites.
No, say that about my body, Shady.
All right, sir. I ain't saying nothing, boy.
So, I heard you were talking about see what you're going to do for independence.
Yes,
but I sent you guys a clip there of what I do. I'll be having a tour going down to the Falls of Belen and turn back and come back to Mount Twin for a picnic for the rest of the day. The tours that we do is called Ivory Tours.
Okay.
Ivory Tours, right?
Yes.
And that's what I normally do when I'm not driving. I'm on the seawater once there's a trip, so I do freelancing, captain boats and so forth.
So this is basically a paid commercial, unpaid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just very
You choking no one the smart boy.
It's a good one, and we love you. We're not here just.
This is my activity, so in case
we need something back now. We need a space on the tour now for gaining the free plug.
In case you guys need to a tour to go anywhere in Berlin Falls or whatever, you can get that.
I appreciate that.
Right. So coming down to your quarry, this quarry thing is a hoax, and this is because remember they saw rocks that was so beautiful that you could get organized about. And all of a sudden, you can't find no rock. Something wrong.
Somebody is asking.
The rock is dead, but the rock is deep.
Winston is asking, what they going to do with where they going to put all the soil?
Well, this is another thing again. Are you going to put it where in a position where it can wash away to the sea, damage our reefs and our fishes and so forth?
Yeah.
That's what you gotta look at. And I hope to God that they ain't going in there and digging and damaging our mountains and create a problem down there for the people down there.
Yeah.
Because you digging and you finding nothing and still going in, it's something risky we doing there.
Yeah.
And who knows, there might be blasting and all sorts of things gonna happen there.
Yeah.
And we have to be very careful. And this government needs to get their act together and find out what is really going on. And before anything seriously happens to our little country on the leeward side, I think this thing should call off. Let we leave our mountains like how they did and not damage them no more and cause let's call that harm to people who are living down on that side.
Yeah.
We don't want to put our people in danger.
You see, the thing is, Carla, for years now, the people in North Leeward were making money from the farming around there. And
they want us to go to the farming, we're going to go there now. We're going to go there.
All that has been affected, and I don't know at what cost it is for the people out there. Those people in North Leeward, how much money are they making?
Charles, thanks for your
Charles.
Yeah, I would listen up. You guys
right, no problem.
How much money are they making
so
now?
Let's go now. I'm so happy we in sync today.
We have there.
We get it. Because I saw also another article on Eyewitness News where it seems like Kenton spoke to Adonis Charles, which is the head of the North Leeward Heritage Preservation Fund. And he was speaking about the compensation that some of the farmers who would have been affected was supposed to get.
Yeah.
He says some of them not even get a $500.
Wow.
Not even $500 for their crop. I mean, it is just, I don't even know
it's
what to say.
ridiculous.
Charles said that some farmers did not even get $500 for their crops.
Wow.
When the ancestors came from agriculture to do the assessment, the assessors, sorry. Did I say ancestors, boy? The assessors came from agriculture to do the assessment. Some of the crops were already destroyed and rotted.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't get the physical plant to assess. And let me say something. You get $17,000 for your crop. $17,000 is gonna last for a certain amount of time. Now, when the money is finished and you have no alternative land to cultivate, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You see the compensation that they give to farmers, it was an afterthought. It was only after people made noise that they came and scrambled something together to give to farmers. The land is more valuable to us for agriculture. Let's see what this caller has to say. Sorry, caller, you can call back. But we have a voice note, so let's play this voice note.
Good morning, guys. I personally believe, probably the majority shareholder can't make any decision for one reason or the other with that carry project. It seems to me like this guy out of St. Lucia, his part in the bargain is really putting in the equipment and what have you, and the secret partners really can't make the decisions right now. So therefore, then that's holding up the project. He can't really make decision because he is not majority shareholder, and it seems like that is why he dancing around and pulling around on this. But if you read what he's not saying, I came up with that conclusion.
But you alone,
my opinion.
You alone, not boom.
It's not casting any concrete.
The views, what was that? We need to get a disclaimer to start playing around here, please. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Good morning.
Hey.
We need the disclaimer, please. Where did the disclaimer come? We need this disclaimer.
Okay, the views expressed
Yes,
are not
by this
those
caller.
of Boom FM.
At all.
At all. Oh gosh, so much Stone boy had. I see when I see Stone, I had multiple orgasms.
Oh my God.
Stone like joke, I had multiple orgasms.
Deep
Now it's dark.
stones, deep
Now it's
stones.
more dark than Stone. So where we get now? Where we get multiple what? We have so much dark now. It's multiple what?
Yeah.
It's multiple something else. But you see this in the Simmons, ne?
Yeah.
We people. I really would hope that our people will, come to be able to think critically and see through certain things. They say if you tell a man that he's a thief for long enough, he soon start to believe that he's a thief, and he soon start acting the part.
Yeah.
And I think some of our politicians been telling our people that they're fools so long that some people start to actually believe,
Yeah.
and they actually start behaving that way.
Yeah.
You come and you tell me that there was so much stone there that the man had multiple orgasms when he saw it. And now you're telling me that no stone, did he stone the deep down?
Somebody
So what
say-
you see? What it is that he see?
Somebody say all this stone them incompetent now.
Where he see?
Impotent.
Impotent. What it is, boy, this place nice. Then again, when they start to move, if the stones are deep down, right?
Yeah.
And they start to move all of that dirt.
You need,
where
no.
they put all
You
of
ain't
that
do it
dirt?
right. You need to stress on the deep.
Daniel, get down to
Deep,
something
deep.
here. Daniel,
Very
onto
deep.
something here.
Yeah, there we go.
But Bramble supposed to put up on goal, boy. Remember, Montgomery say we had
I went down there, boy. I walk in by the
Remember
quarry if you find anything there. I walk in.
Montgomery didn't say we had. Montgomery didn't say something like we Montgomery said again. There is some goal like Matty. Goal.
Traces of gold.
Traces of goal.
Boy, Daniel, I just say one thing, St. Vincent is the only country in the world with a welcome and an enums. Only country. We're the only country that
With a
matters.
welcome and enums.
Yeah, welcome. We welcome you and we end here. Welcome and enums. And we mash up a circus,
No, God.
We known for mashing up a circus. Boy, this place nice. Anyway, I hope that we'll be able to go deep and get the stones.
Deep, yes.
Yeah, we gotta wait until we get rid of the dirt, you know.
Good morning, folks. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
thank you for your
Yes,
contribution. Yeah.
Another year, we
Sleep,
could hold on
sleep
another year.
for the rock.
We could hold on another year.
Another year. So what I want to know is the people with the tree, they getting to go and get a tree, or they can't go because it's the property is now owned
Yeah.
privately,
let me,
right? So how,
yeah.
how they,
Mhm.
they could access there right now? What is happening with that? Good morning, you're live.
Hello,
Max.
good morning.
Yes, Max.
The views expressed on
Thank
this
you.
channel is Max Walker Zone and that woman.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I love that.
Man, you have to put it out because remember my daughter's opinion is by the opinion alone.
Yes.
What I want to know before you really start my introduction to my presentation this morning, I want to know, Carlos.
Wait, Max. Wait.
It's a PowerPoint.
Wait, Max.
Yeah, Excel.
Go on. Start with the introduction first.
My introduction to my presentation is Carlos James. Did the man get to that room yet? I don't want to because maybe probably going to give him a bucket or a black tank now that he probably flat. Now, I'm going to take it to the spiritual realm for a second. The Garafuna physical might have been drunken by the sunset rum that's 84% alcohol. Physical. But the Garafuna spirit will never die. So when all go down there and all the think all having multiple orgasms, ways to probably enter all go down there and because the Garafuna spirit will prevail. So when all the people invest in silently to knock food out of the people's not leeward mouth and replace it with money, the Garafuna spirit will prevail.
Yeah.
When they see the fresh week and all your brainwash by sweet talk and mama gives them, the Garafuna spirit prevails.
Yeah.
So now I want to go to agriculture. We're going to replace food with potential money. Venezuela ain't teach all or something. Venezuela full of money, but the people hungry. When a wicked America put the embargo on Venezuela, might I add. So if something happens and the global market for food collapses, we're going to defeat Quarry Stone when we had good food on the soil prior. Garafuna spirit prevails intentionally. Better wake up and not let somebody convince all you what is good for all you. We know what is good for us. Food, clothing and shelter, and tending to have a multitude of that. Don't exchange all the natural resources for money because money could lose its value tomorrow. Venezuela is a proof of that. Because all yourselves here, God. Mr. With the bathroom, I hope them put them up with mud because they say water more than flour down there. So put them get a piece of bamboo shack and then mud them up like the African. So anything, if not flying, I'm coming there and boom funny when you do your thing. Because all yourselves.
Thank you, Max. You know, speaking of college, it have another piece in the article I'm gonna read about something that he said as well. But before we do that, you know, it's interesting because they spoke a lot about the environmental assessment, right? And my thing is, if now when you've gone there and you discover there's so much dirt that has to be removed, do you considering the fact that by removing the dirt, where the dirt where going to go when it's being removed? Now in the ocean?
This is what we would like to know.
Or I just stupid.
The thing is, Daniel, also is that it's just
will it not pollute the ocean?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to? Or no, we.
It doesn't look so. They said they did a plan.
But we made big fuss about the reef by Indian Bay there.
Yeah.
That they claim is dead. And when the persons who were taking over the view wanted to blast it to, you know, take the beach or whatever. So why we making fuss over the kind of dirt that they're gonna have to get rid of down there? Or that's not how it works. I might just
Well, remember they outline a plan already, you know. So this is a change, or like a change in things. So people maybe have to still adjust to this.
to know
and see what
that the dirt had to so much dirt
You know,
down there, boy. It dusty.
But it's really a problem. But I think and there's a problem, Daniel. Sometimes when we ask these questions, there's nobody really who wants to come on board and really, you know what I mean, give a real give us an explanation.
We kept saying an environmental assessment that was carried out before a volcanic eruption. That math was not mathing to me ever. How is it mathing? And then now you're coming back to say whatever the estimates are that the government give you, you just kind of went with it, and they never bet what do you think the government going to say? Nothing. Nothing.
That's the problem.
But there needed to be due diligence was not done, in my opinion. The views being expressed by me is me why I saying here now. You understand? And I walk in here. So what was it? Collective responsibility. No, but on a serious note, we could have done a different. What was the big rush to get this the ball rolling with this quarry, and now look at where we are.
You see, and that's
the
why
port,
people
the port that was getting 1%.
They did not say that was the initial target. They were saying 90-something% to export, but probably the port was indeed the target. The concession was to help out and put some money in some person's pocket and create this situation now where you benefit from the port. It seems like.
Because we paid for some of the aggregate, right? We getting some discount, but they ain't getting discounts and concessions on so many things in anyway. So why the discount was being mentioned like oh wow, we getting the aggregate at this price. Miss me, man. Miss me with that. So let's take this caller before we jump out for a break. Sorry, I had to mention the work break, guys.
Yeah.
Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, my sister again. I just want to say one thing. Remember, we had a very serious situation where the environmental impact study was needed. And this is what Dr. Murray was speaking about. If you had done an environmental impact study, you would not have gotten yourself. And this is why we had problems with geothermal, with Argyle Airport. And I'm saying is that, these matters must not be trivial. We have got to now hold them to account. One other thing, let me promise you, I'll try my very best. God, I just called my wife and I said, come to Miss Vera. Not to actually shout in your ears, but I want to say to you, don't put your son involved in this, because if you literally do something harsh to your son, you stab him, he will shout. He will shout. And you can't blame him. But if you treat him loving and kind.
All right, anything else, Ms. Hamilton? Because I'm about to cut you off. And I don't like cutting you off.
I will not be passionate to the point where I'm shouting in ears. I don't want to. I love your ears. I love your volume. So don't make it sound like if I'm here to shout in your ears. If my son rape you or do you anything, God forbid, I will shout in his ears. But I'm saying I'm not shouting because I am doing something wrong. I really, really am hurting for truth. I want truth to come out. I want to see people. I want to see being back on the radio. I want to see people come out and be honest to say, I took something and I think that is what is hurting me. If we speak the truth will set us free. Love you very much.
All right. We love you too. We love you too. Don't worry about that. We good. Let me play this voice notes.
Guys, you guys are so right. The quarry project was conceived as a result of the port project. It's one package. It's the same set of players.
You ain't give the disclaimer before you start to record this voice note, friend. You needed to give the disclaimer before you record this voice note. I want to just read one more piece of this article before we jump out for a break. All right. So, Mr. Adonis Charles, who I read the previous quotes from, said he's opposed to the quarry despite being the biggest supporter of the ruling Unity Labour Party in Fitzhughes.
Yeah. So it's beyond politics, really, and I think people
he
see
said,
things as
of course it
politics
is.
when you discuss these
He
things.
said that parliamentary representative for North Leeward, Carlos James, a ULP lawmaker who is into his first 5 term, having won a seat by one vote in 2020, speaks about fisheries in the constituency. He says when the ULP took office, this is a quote from Mr. Charles, he says when the ULP took office, the fish market in Chateaubelair was brand new, mint clean with 700 gallons of gasoline, but because it was built by an NDP government, they leave it to rotten down. He says that the ULP now wants to rebuild the fisheries complex. The man saying, that making any sense? How that could be making any sense? And look, he speaks about polluting the sea as well.
Daniel, you ever really travel down North Leeward, especially?
It's been a while,
It's a lot of potential for tourism and all these things, And I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Rock.
Rock.
Tanya, say how much love your ears.
All right, listen, man, let's jump out and take a commercial break. We have an update as well on the situation that's happening with the fish vendors.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
we got
definitely.
video and all
Yeah,
these
yeah, we
things.
have all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
things,
yeah.
man.
Hot and heavy coming in.
Hey, we coming
So
in, boy.
we're gonna jump out, take a commercial break, and come back to share that information
Stay
with you.
tuned,
Stick
okay?
around.
Cashways, we buy, sell, and trade almost anything of value. Get cash.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more.
With loan bundles to fit your needs, seamless access to loans, lower rates, and greater flexibility. Come in and speak to our loans officers today, and we will find affordable ways to repair your credit. Gecko's Credit Repair Month, improving access to credit for our members. Gecko terms and conditions apply.
Protect the children. Yeah. Don't be afraid to speak out. Teach the kids their rights. Physical and sexual abuse must stop. Join me in this fight now. I want you to see suspect say among friends and families. See suspect say in the schools and communities. Children are the future. They depend on you. Report to the authorities. That's what you should do. You see these signs, do what's right. Put a stop to child abuse. See, suspect say among friends and families. A message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
SVG this October when we
When you top it up, switch it up, side it up on the line. Easy wins with Easy wins.
Get the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $10 or more. Activate a prepaid plan, switch to Flow, or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash. Data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, side it up on the line. Easy wins with Flow.
Low terms and conditions apply.
on social media for updates.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$200,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, October 4th. It's $200,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Drink it up. Island Sips Primrose Water. We drinking. Taste the flavor today. Drinking Primrose Water from Island Sips. Caribbean fruit flavor. Island Sips. Then mix the Primrose with the water. Island Sips. Primrose sparkling water. Grab a bottle now. Island Sips Primrose sparkling water. Beyond water.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
Shady down. Is a bad girl. Some girl starting now with a bad up body. Put your hand on your knee, look back, let we see. Just walk it, go wrong, bend down, so we please. Don't care if you're somebody, girl. Shake up your body, girl. Bend back and then work that thing, roll out with that body, girl. Just keep the thing bouncing, damn nice. Your body, girl. Bend back and then work that thing, roll out with that body, girl. Just keep the thing bouncing, damn nice. And bouncing.
the funny thing if you're bad. Take back shot now if you're bad. Girl, and when you up in the band, your love take back shot. Stick in your back, let me knock that. Your bumper love clap. So give me a round of applause, come I love that. Cause the trending good, everything good. Hold real tight, come sit up on the wood. Let me kill him with it, hit him with it, hit him with it. Backass. Tight, girl, you tight up. Come, let me send this sitting right up. Take the double D, make a hiccup. Make the whole bed rock. Make your running water on, mixing water all down in you. Tell your partner to ask someone that who love the way down in. Come in know that. Your love take back shot. Stick in your back, let me knock that. Your bumper love crap. So give me a round of applause. I'm looking for a trending good, everything good. Hold me tight, come sit up. Looking for kill him with it, hit him with it. Looking for a girl from across the Atlantic. Looking for a love babe. Them 19 days make your man see. Looking for a hey girl, make you come like you're running water or mixing water all down in you. Looking for a to ask someone that who love the lumber way down in shit. Come in know that. Your love take back shot. Sink in your back, let me knock that. Your bumper love clap. So give a round of applause. I'm looking for a you're trending good, everything good. Hold me tight, come sit up on the wood. Let me kill him with it, hit him with it. Backass. Looking for a big fatty girl. I wanna see them big fatty girl. I'm looking for a big fatty girl. I wanna see them big fatty girl. Hey. I wanna see the bumper them rolling. Look the bumper them rolling. Now push it back how I like it. Yeah, push it back how I like it. Because you is a big fatty girl. I wanna see them big fatty girl. I'm looking for a big fatty girl. I wanna see them big fatty girl. Hey. Push back, baby. Push back on the bamboo, baby. Push back, baby. Push back on the bamboo. Right. Push back, baby. Push back on the bamboo, baby. Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, ride it, gal. Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, ride it, gal. Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, come down, gal. Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, ride it, gal. You know it's carnival. Bamboo man, but there be some jam. Truck man, why you driving so fast? Bamboo sharing like Sinopharm. Water spraying all in the band. Cause I can't like fighting for land. Look, my alcohol in my hand. Supervisor turn honey, I say bamboo gal. Take bamboo gal. Take bamboo ride it 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 gal. Want to leave you on top that horse? I need you to come down here for me now. She only claiming she rocking with boss, but caught on the hunt to take back the cow. She feels she too nice. She rolling with man with no drive. Come down from me, baby. Come down from me, baby. Take me through with advice. Them girl wrong, they not nice. Come down from me, baby. Come down from me, baby. I just want to warn you before you mixing with the concern you. You walk voodoo just to give people, man. Now the people, man, them the warrior. On the IG post, you look nice. 1 million followers, 1 million likes. A zillion long tongue, ring one tongue. Girl, you know every song when you can't boy rise. She feels she too nice. She rolling with man with no drive. Come down from there, baby. Come down from there, baby. Take me through with advice. Them girl wrong, they not nice. Come down from there, baby. Come down from there, baby.
Soca land, welcome to Soca land, Soca land, welcome to my island, Soca land, welcome to Soca land, Soca land, yeah. Welcome the place of sunset, and me foot cut from so. Why the time them look wrong so? We done pass immigration, we done jump in a minivan. Me and my brethren done fire one. Fresh from the country jungle. Now I like a Tarzan. Now I need anything I go down. I'm going from friend to friend like a stream from fight to fight. It's only one girl from the man. Yeah. And another big tune for you, been singing from line to line. Yo! Soca land, welcome to Soca land. Soca land, welcome to my island. Soca land,
The evolution of radio. Home 1069.
Yo, you know, James P is literally a musical genius. The man just, I don't know how he does it, but it just have this infectious sweetness.
Yeah, man.
I can't. What now? They do agree? What is this? Like all they didn't feel that sound just now. It's just me.
Well,
all they
it's
busy
the-
thinking about the deep
The-
rocks.
Yeah, that gives the.
All they just thinking about the deep rocks.
That gives the yeah. Serious thing in the place. Serious thing. Yeah.
Anyway,
so
yeah,
Shady,
yeah. We as
How
we
we
said
looking?
before, we took the break. We told you that we'll be bringing an update for you
Yes.
on the vendors. But before we do that,
Yes.
just a quick message from Flow. Stay connected with a new Flow Broadband 250 package and enjoy fiber fast internet connectivity at home and pay only $60 for the rest of the year. Broadband 250 package is available island wide. To subscribe today, check them out in store or WhatsApp message to Flow Virtual at 494-5464. Terms and conditions to apply. Flow is keeping you connected. And we got to tell you also about Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant. You got to check it out today on Clarkson Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. For your pulled chicken sliders, mozzarella sticks, you can get cassava fries, snapper onion rings, burgers, chicken, rice, and peas, and so much more. So check out Woodsy's Bar and Restaurant today.
Yeah.
All right, Fernando, go on.
Yeah, well, Daniel, you know me already with my fast self, you know, as the rain sort of, you know, cooled down yesterday. I put on my sunglasses and I went cross by the fish market. So when I went cross by the fish market, I was greeted by an unusual sight. What I saw is that all those vendors who normally
Right.
be inside the fish market
Right.
were outside of the fish market
Mhm.
and only about 2 stalls operating. Okay?
Why was that unusual for you?
Because I've never seen the vendors, so much vendors out. I've never seen the fish market that empty.
Well,
in the
they did
first
say they
place.
were going to take protest
Well,
action.
So that is the action apparently
Right.
that they took. They stayed away from the fish market
Right.
and they were outside with their
Right.
placard protesting.
Right.
When I look inside, there were only about 2 stalls. up
Right. Which
in
is probably
operation.
the one that the woman was talking about.
Well, this
when
is
she
it.
see-
This is it now. You know who's running the stall?
Yes,
The
she told us.
Agricultural Input Warehouse.
Yes, which is
the same entity
Mhm.
making the rules for these vendors.
Right.
Those are this is the entity who put on the cost on the
Right.
vendors to operate at the fish market. Now, what the vendors are saying, this seems to be some conflict of interest because if they're competing against the vendors
Mhm.
and they're setting conditions for these vendors,
Mhm.
they can make the conditions better for themselves as opposed to the vendors. And that is what the vendors are saying. They are selling the fish. Well, whatever the fish there they were talking about, $10 a pound. But the agriculture, this is what the vendors saying. The agriculture input warehouse they're inside the market selling the fish.
Right. They have
for
2 stalls,
$10
right?
Yeah,
Right.
$10 a pound, while they're asking the vendors to sell for $12 and $15 a pound.
Absolutely not.
And that is what the vendors are saying they have a problem with. Because
No.
if they are to pay the increase in cost to operate at the fish market, then that means that they will have to increase the cost of fish for consumers. So in one way they're saying they don't want to do it, and in another breath they're saying this seems to be conflict of interest. Because how come the agricultural input warehouse are the one responsible for putting things in place they have the power to increase the
Right,
cost for
which
them.
they are doing.
Exactly, but yet they're making conditions better for themselves to sell in the fish market. Shady, you have the
We need to. I already was uncomfortable when I heard this vendor saying that they actually have 2 stalls in the fish market. One that already made me feel very
Right.
that is to me definitely a conflict of interest.
Exactly.
And naturally I expected them to sell less than the vendors.
You
I
see.
think they would probably be in a better position
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah.
So I let's take this caller.
Okay.
Good morning. All right. Sorry, caller. So
see?
let's play the video.
The video is short.
A short video, a little clip.
And so we have some photos. And
All right, and we'll share it. No fish selling.
Yeah, the photos on them as well. You could just slide for those who think
It's real sad, you know.
You understand
It's
me?
real sad when people think like, they're above you in the hierarchy of an organization.
Yeah.
And they just literally take advantage of you.
Exactly.
It's really
And
not cool.
they're saying no one has come to them and speak to them up to
Because
now.
why? They feel like they don't need to. They feel like you is up.
So are they trying to get rid of the vendors
well,
or
if
something?
that vendor leave, another vendor will come. They're not studying that.
But it's gonna make things worse for us.
All right, we have want to read what this one says. This placard says from a
Okay.
vendor.
So one is saying no fish selling today.
Right.
Input warehouse is putting a lot of pressure on fish vendors, and it's been happening for years now. Enough is enough. This is how I feed my family. You see, they have another one.
Yeah, we got a
sure.
caller. Good
Okay,
morning,
then.
you're live.
Hey, morning, everybody.
Morning.
This thing that is going to happen in St. Vincent is no way, because you can't tell me import warehouse who running those stores gonna pay those price for the scale, gonna pay the price for ice for storing the fish as you say as the ordinary government. So there's no way you could have a 2-star running competition with the locals. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we hearing it. I hear what you're saying. You're not saying you're right.
Yeah.
But we still can't come to grips with that. The reality is only in St. Vincent that can happen. You can't have no one see that happening. If you're the institution, you run anything, ain't no way you could be giving any competition to the locals.
Exactly.
How is it possible? And people, and the other day you have somebody really trying to defend this.
Yeah.
Man, this place is crazy. Only in St. Vincent these things can happen. You understand? And ain't nobody gonna come and say, look at me. Now it's out there, one thing. Let me see who brave enough to come on government side, who is charged around this place and say, listen, this is not how it is, or something. Let me, I don't know the excuse for this. Are the response to this?
Yeah.
Why we have this word like this? And this is what you telling me now. This is the guy the other morning, I think yesterday when speaking to Fernando.
Yesterday, yes.
He trying to justify this. So
Yes.
I wonder if he could justify what happening here and say no, the vendor responsible.
I'm sure he could justify it. I'm sure he can justify it. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
caller.
caller. You know what I mean? I mean, Daniel, so these persons,
Real sad.
these vendors' livelihood has been affected. Now they're outside, they're protesting for a better situation, a better condition, but yet the entity who are responsible for their problem inside selling.
Of course. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Morning.
I promised to call to put up a defense for Mr. Beach, but I don't know. But this morning, now, I want to congratulate you guys there, and all I don't kiss up, right? Because this is precisely what I said yesterday. That somebody I have gone in there and talked to the people and get some more details.
Yes.
You see, this I don't know, journalists in the country, some of them. You go there and these people are complaining.
Yes.
And that video, it left a lot of questions to be answered. And you went there yesterday, and now we're having some serious answers. And like the previous caller just said, I want to hear somebody coming on to defend what you discovered yesterday and tell me that it's okay. It cannot be okay.
It cannot.
Why is the agricultural import warehouse competing with these people? Well, no. Stop that. Not competing. Because if their prices are low, it's not going to be a competition.
It's not even
I
a
wouldn't buy from
competition.
the regular vendors.
Exactly.
Why would I?
Exactly. And I mean,
it is just unfair. And I'm glad you all went in there And so we can get a better picture of the story. I'll tell you something, I always say this. I'm here, and if somebody calls me, if Daniel, you call me, you don't call me for stupidness. You call me because you know something wrong is being done to you. People don't just get off. So if something wrong is being done to them, they then gonna try to get something resolved.
Yes.
And what is happening here is wrong.
Yes.
You cannot have the agricultural import warehouse compete. I'm not going to use that word. Underselling those people who are charging all kind of money, and we don't know how they arrive at those charges in the first place. How much for the scale?
Let me.
I think it's 30. I think it's 30 to use this scale.
We need to $30 for the whole week or what?
No, it's what they're paying daily.
But Lord have his mercy.
Yeah.
$30 for scale?
Yeah.
Let me tell you all something. I visited, and I've been trying to get since NDP time for them to do something. I visited the Bahamas, right? And you go down in Nassau in the daytime. I mean, vendors all over the place. Okay? But if you go back down at 6 o'clock, you want to know where all the vendors gone and where the stalls are. You know how much they were paying? These people are paying $50 a year for the stall. $50 a year. The government made the thing, and they come and they pack them up nice, and the whole of downtown Nassau is nice and clean. I went so far as to suggest that you have the technical center down here. You get these guys to make those things. So you have you look in Kingston, you have something, you don't have a bunch of different crops to carry somebody knock up with some saltfish box boat somewhere. So you have a place that's looking nice, attractive to tourists. Nobody listened. See? And this, seriously, I mean, anybody ought to get upset about what the discovery you all made yesterday, and this thing about $30 a day for a scale. No, I still can't buy that.
And then
how much is it?
Storage. You still have to buy ice.
Ice. This increase in some instance by $10 and
right. And they have to pay for storage. But really, $30 for a scale. What exactly is the cost of the scale to begin with? So you're renting it for $30 a day. Oh my Lord! I got it here. I got it.
All right, thank you for your contribution.
And you see, when you talk about these things, somebody, he is politically. No, it's people affairs. Because even Daniel, who is a consumer, I am a consumer of fish. I wouldn't want these vendors to be charging me more money than I am already being charged. So from a consumer perspective, we can see where the vendors are coming from as well. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm trying to find the articles that states how much what the costs are for each thing, because I think there was an article that has the prices for exactly how much you pay for the stall, how much you have to pay for ice, how much everything. I think that there's an article, so I'm actually looking for it so that we can have all the prices so we can understand the gravity of the situation. All right, we gotta take a commercial break, and it's gonna take us to the top. We'll take more of your calls and comments when we come back.
Tired of waiting at bus stops? Then let the SVG Teachers Cooperative Credit Union.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs? At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
per pound. Ground turkey, $9.40 per 1 pound tube. Tomato paste, 6 ounce, $3.95. Chicken ramen noodles, $1.95. Butter yellow cake mix, $6.85. O. Henry chocolate bar, $4.23. Cranberry apple juice, 64 ounce, $11.40. 6-pack toilet paper, $6.50. And your 3-bottle liquor special.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
In this fight now, I want you to see suspect say among friends and families. See suspect say in the schools and communities. Children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the authorities, that's what you should do. You see the signs, do what's right, put a stop to child abuse. See suspect say among friends and families. A message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
No matter where we come from, the journey begins the same for all of us. There are no easy ways to achieve our dreams. The road is paved with determination and hard work, fueled by the love of what we do and the ones we do it for. At the St. Vincent Cooperative Bank, we share your vision to succeed. It runs generations deep. That's why we continue to take this journey with you. It's probably not what you expected from a bank, but we're not just any bank. We're the People's Bank.
St. Vincent Cooperative Bank.
Your penny bank, and so much more. For more information, call us at 456-1894. Or
Big People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion.
She left the road.
Music by DJ Easy Sound. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard Shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shani at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG. Part sponsored by Standard Shippers.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Court, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Court's Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Court, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
With the helpful hardware folks.
Drink it up. Island Sips Primrose Water. We're drinking. Taste the flavor today. Drinking.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs? At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Let me tell you something, yeah, you are run things for the page, just wanna battle like a junkin'. I mean, I've been step shit for your guys. Jumping for the bouncing, she not here long as your tongue and show your tongue ring. I mean, you want to find me if you want somebody around you. You can't get up and be the man who shall run you. Good as no me, I feel admit it. You know what time it is, I say the word and I'll be with it. Exceptional, sanctified, good Me want give you, make you fantasize, girl. Say it now for me forever, make you do it more than I change, I'm gonna feel it. Rubber nose, me slap up your chin. Sexy girl with a good underneath. Ruffle it back on your fancy shit. Freaky girl, look to you beat me, girl. You see where I come over here, yo. Watch me there, remember, say I just I get to hear you. Feel nobody calling fire, yo. Feel nobody want you like me, want you. Let me tell you something, yeah, you are running. But the bitch just wanna battle like a junkin'. I mean, I've been strip shit when you try. Jumping panic like she bouncing. She not care long as your tongue and show your tongue ring. I mean, the tiny guy in a spirit like a ritual. So last time, I listen to that. Don't do fictional love, cause I don't fit to that. And if I mean you would I never even have a doubt. No secret, them love my boy. But I know that compared to me and you have. The only mission, not to make you sad. Baby, if you hurt, tell me hurt, that me get a star. With pleasure, if no get any better, yeah, me love you, can't wait. I'm up and nice, body chip up on me, push it, kill me dead, kill me a tree. Hard girl, I'd stay by it, no get me any better, yeah, me love you. Calling fire, see nobody want you like me want you. Let me tell her something, yeah, you are running things. But she's what I buckle like a junkie, not me, now face strip, she call you. Bouncing panic, jumping, she kill, I'm show your tongue ring, I mean, don't then still I go say that. Now my brain me need therapy. Even me a pre-father help me. How me feel like a terrorist. Me even trust nobody right now. I should have ten of me. More overdose in a pain. Me pending complete. Me I put the pieces to the puzzle G. I know more upset up. That got some me feel. Come see them try shot and hopes and dreams. Cause when me feel mad in a me, I tell everybody finna beg no food I want for some of that. Me keep my close and watch me and them. Me have my fear share of top friends and no few daddy. Papa give them. Me thank God say my daddy was one of them. Too much sad story, I'm not pretend me hear the psychologist. I tell myself I'm for vent. It's been a lot of me to start again. Working on myself. When this pain I go end. When this pain I end. Hurting but I am blessed. Searching for happiness. When this pain I end. When this pain I when I dream about this. For a series, parkside, a tree story. On the balcony, living like a real tourist. I reminisce on the days me never mean no dish. She don't see me with a smile and I feel about it. Real glory. Don't see me a man, we do it so quick. Go round the G already know them want to be round me. About the pressure start the whip and them speed up. It's go hard for them keep up. Me I go hard on my song, them a creep up. For real, a reality, my dream turn young. Go get ahead, we get a youth hero. No one more want me, I start from zero. No my bank account zero. And me I tell them nothing never come free, bro. Been hustle from me idea, I'm a nick up. Yeah, one good. No as if you run, yeah. Focus on me, no slope on the front. Now go ever see soldier give up. I for hope that me up, I can't hope that me down. Used to pour no way, me see who pour on the ground. Never wait for nobody for sure, just she out. So keep your comment forward, me post a picture. Plus me in my vibe, me can't sober. If you know them, I likes it. We are on the road and we out. Nothing never regular when me portal enough. Choppy never tell a lie and I totally suck. From the phone, I lift up, we are program it up. Tell us scream for the cheek, up a coop on the top. Yeah, lead by a mile, it's a more than enough. 360 start the tour, I'm a done. No. It a go hard for them keep up. Me I go hard on my song, them a creep up. For real, a reality, my dream turn young. Go get ahead, we get a youth hero. No one more want me, I start from zero. No my bank account zero. And me I tell them nothing never come free, bro. You know, so from me idea, I'm a nick up. Self and not just.
Excuse me, the pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now your patrons. Boasting about name brands. We cost over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it. Boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face it. True minds me a save it. Then go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link me wife when me want. Cause when side girl breed up. Child support that lead up. Farming over plastic. Investment over graphic. Inheritance for me Caesar. Me alright, man. Yo, if you are 50 and never make a brings get used, means you're poor, so your kids next to employment you use as a big excuse. You want him grow so him get through. See him 24 hours, so what you have to. When your kids do good, you buy them juice. Bang and Majid buy their own tools. We keep getting wealthy. Big man sell and more peace. Nobody watch on me class me. So start supply Walgreens. Stocks large when you plant trees. Them fields them know that for burger go up on the mummer. You, sir. And it's a baker me bill from a puller. Set near a dispensary, supplying them with good earth. Acres over markets. Link me wife when me want. Cause when side girl breed up, child support that lead up. Farming over plastic, investment over profit. Inheritance for me see.
The evolution of radio. Home 1069.
If your bed don't got no bed, baby girl, you want sleep on table. Yeah. And if you still don't want come back home and see, cause your life unstable. Me no take chat from no boy. Me no take chat from no girl neither. I never get a box from no boy. Me bad for real, so know what you mean. Me no hype and bossy. No. For them broke like that, and I move like child and tourist. I say I move like child and tourist. True me no hype and bossy. Me happy up my girl, and enough of them fake coming notice. Enough of them fake coming notice. A long time me no like mix up, nah discuss nobody me no live so. And if a girl feel she brave, me we chuck off the face. Me a real top girl, me no rest up. And anything who no chat about me, make sure who no mention say me bricks up. Because me rather be a girl where I mash up the place than I sit down in a one bag of mix up. Me no hype and bossy. For them broke like dog and I move like child and tourist. Child and tourist. True me no hype and bossy. Me happy up my girl, enough of them fake coming out. Yeah, enough of them fake coming notice. Yeah, them don't like me, but I still I eat, still I sleep. Good in the bed, my money buy. Make a girl try me. Just smile, them feel some nice. Them I know some grimy. Me no take chat from no boy. I me no take chat from no girl neither. Me never get a box from no boy. Me bad for real, so no watch media. Me no hype and bossy. For them broke like that, and I move like child and tourist. Child and tourist. True me no hype and bossy. Me happy up my yard, enough of them fake coming out. Me no hype, enough of them fake coming notice. A long time.
Yeah, life sweet, but me know about hard times. Memories in the past, my heart cry. I feel replace me tears with a bright smile. Wake up, alright. Walk one life, 25 years grind. Dark, that a smart crime. Anyone who hold poverty, me touch child. Get a look, alright. And if you not sell them, you not lie. Stuck in the bread, for the family them. If I know First Nation, you know what I me say. Them turn them back in the past, but we plan the revenge. And I know them, I go sorry, me not sorry for them. Still never complain, just she happy living. Been a show dance, I'll say me had the difference. So me do it now time when I do like the events. I the cream, I the crap, I want fit up with me friend. Motivate the youth, I make them know them pocket is well. Buy the black with cements. First never go fall, I rather copy myself. Can't hold me down with them gravity meds. You a pause, now my prayer, and I got him blessed. A girl they never want me, no problem, she dead. Top striker, I'm in a smarty for bench. Go for my goal, yeah, me attack the defense. Me a boy with my mother for brother. Elevate my circle and the more chat. King in the tone, them a wait for the ground job. Life sweet and the smelly money order. Left a lot of people catch a traffic with a phone. Yeah. Come up play my mind, but that's something me get over. I saw this it no go a garage, so we a come out.
Still I run but no far from problems. Blood still a fall from my hands them. Still I feel every scratch from the badness. Can't get to talk to my family. If you answer the old man, it's still a bleed, still a bleed, still a bleed, yeah. Please, if you no real, this wouldn't reach right now for reach. Cause some lungs get blacker, yeah, the cool heart get shattered. I walk with the wound blood in my bank robber. Can't tell my mother when me I go through road rougher than St. Thomas. Lonely days I get covered. My pass a aunt, my with one hand. Can't find no way for me escape everywhere me turn trouble follow. Still a wave, still a free. With them a pre, them on energy. Yeah, the world cool out, broke up as it freeze. I'm left it figure make up iceberg in I see. Yeah, still a me, myself one lock, can't be no wanna be. Still a free out them weed for a bag of weed. Still a late now, 5 views for the song a street.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
And we want to encourage you to check out the finals for the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union's National Dance Fest that's going to be taking place this Saturday at the Russell's Auditorium from 7 p.m. Make sure you go and check it out and give your full support to the performers. They're going to be performing under the theme Together We Can. Get your tickets that are available at KCCU today on Granby Street. And you can also call KCCU at 457-2409 to reserve your tickets. And there are sweet deals available at Quartz on stoves, mattresses, chairs, and accessories with savings of up to 60% on selected products. Plus, visit their store to view their new arrivals, including the Nintendo PS5 and the Craftsman Power Tool range. No money, no problem. Ask about their flexible credit payment packages. Quartz is bringing value home. Yes. So we discussed quite a number of things today. We talked about patriotism. We talked about the quarry. We talked about the vendors. And I always, oftentimes in these situations, I'm always thinking why we're not hearing more about it from the relevant representatives in these areas. Well, I say Carlos James said something about the situation.
Well,
remember they had a meeting?
Yeah, they had a meeting.
Right.
But
He was there,
Carlos
right?
seems to be out of it. Like Carlos was like,
He's just kind of chilling on the
one-
sidelines.
Yeah, it's like he's not
Wasn't
even
really-
too sure.
Bro,
about
it's
it.
only one vote, innit? One vote.
Well,
What going on with
Matthews,
Patel? Come,
well,
what
yeah.
going on? You ain't running against it or what's not now?
I'll
What
tell
was
you
it?
this. Danny. There has
Mm.
been some rumors,
Right.
that the Mr. Matthews
Mm.
have decided not to contest again.
Nah.
Yes, there have been
Nah.
some rumors. I've heard that, but I am yet to confirm.
Well, they need
but
to sort that out.
Matthews-
I don't think they can afford to lose Patel.
Matthews promised that one of these days he will come on the air to clarify
Which is when?
everything.
Always coming to clarify, and we can't see them yet.
I think he will come. But
You think so?
Yeah, there are rumors that he will not be contesting.
That's why he's silent.
That's why he's silent on the issue. But I think he would come and adjust it maybe as
I
as
don't
civil and
feel
as
like the
something.
NDP could afford to lose him.
I don't.
Who they're gonna put to run?
Well, I mean, there are a number of persons down there that they are looking at. I think one of the names that was
Man
off
lose
is
by one vote
yeah.
and then not running again. I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
But
don't.
there are
Winston
some
is saying,
rumors.
Winston is disputing what we're saying. He says Patel been on it, and there was a meeting down there over the weekend, and he spoke on the quarry matter.
Yeah, but
So
there,
he's still
there,
vocal?
there are rumors. There are serious rumors. And some from some important sources. I think that but it's just rumors. So he's yet to confirm it.
think they can afford to lose him.
I heard he's not running again.
What
Okay,
going on? They're trying to win the next election, or they well,
I think we gotta get Matthews on air
Fernando,
sometime.
if them approach you, would you?
Me?
Boy, no boy. Which side we talking about, hey boy? Which side?
Boy,
we
they
talking
used
about,
to
hey, boy?
call me name. They used to call me name in the mix and about. I don't like our type of politics, bro. I don't like our type of politics.
Our
I
type
don't-
of politics in
our,
general.
our type of politics. Yeah, I think I like the US type of system. You know what I mean? Where you could
One
really
term and done, but it's not the
no,
same.
not the one term
But two
and done,
terms.
but where you
Two
can
Two
not
terms, yeah,
even
two
the term
terms.
thing, but where you can even express yourself or support something that the party
But
exact.
I find our politicians are very expressive, not the ULP ones, because they just can't talk. I know that. I ain't lying. They're not allowed to say certain things. Okay. You have to be you have to be in line with the constitution of the party. That is why. Which that is how they run the party. That is how they run the party.
I don't
But
like that.
Leacock and them fellas, them
Yeah,
be
I
saying
don't
things, and I just be like, wait, Leacock could say that.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But persons are you should be able to speak with a level of conscience
And
and
they
express
cannot
what is.
afford to lose NDP. Whatever, how much more elections NDP
Yeah.
could stand to lose? Really and truly,
Yeah.
how much more can they stand to lose? None,
Yeah.
Literally, if they don't win the next election, I don't know what will happen to the party.
I know. So
So
it's,
what they
it's
going-
important
what
to
they
get
going
Mr.
do?
Matthew's take on this. Hopefully I could hear from him. About this situation.
Well,
here,
it seems like our Facebook family has more information than we do, and I'm loving this tea here.
Mhm.
We're hearing from Bernadette is saying there's a very good person coming in Patel's place. Okay. Well, that is providing that he actually is not running.
Yeah, provided. that,
Winston
yeah.
says, I agree. He should stay in the race. He's a good and strong candidate. Well, let me tell you something. If there is someone that's going to be taking over for him,
Mhm.
this person all now needs to be
Yeah,
strong.
ground,
Boy, you have to be on the ground, in the ground,
Yeah,
in that dirt,
because
they
you
by the
see-
quarry.
But Shady,
wrong
but on a
so.
serious note, and Notley would need that sort of a representation. Notley would one of the most. This is what I'm saying. Notley would have so much potential, but is one of the most underdeveloped constituents, if not the most. You know what I mean? Trust me. Too much of
Where they
potential,
going
there,
to
man.
do
Too much of
without
potential,
Patel
there, man.
Matthews. I just want somebody to tell me, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, Patel could play a role in any case. If he's not running, he could mold the next young person, the next person who is coming there.
If
and,
it,
you know what I mean?
and I'm not against
Yeah,
fresh,
yeah.
but because I love that. I love seeing young person step up and really take over the reins. But
Mhm.
but for a party that has lost as much as NDP has lost,
Mhm.
I feel like if they're gonna put a new candidate in a
Mhm.
seat that I mean literally one vote, like literally one vote,
Yeah.
you're going to replace that person, you have to have somebody who's gonna be
Yeah, somebody's gonna eat
really
it up,
good,
eat it up. Yeah,
really good.
somebody's gonna
One
eat it
vote.
up, yeah.
I always wonder how Patel dealt with that.
I don't know.
What a
I don't know.
ball.
This is what I'm
What a
saying. I
ball.
need to hear
What a
from him and get him
ball.
on.
Every time I see the number
But
one,
then-
I would cry.
I don't even think that. I don't
Literally.
think. I personally, I don't think in any country they should allow somebody to win by
Why
one.
one vote now?
I don't.
Why?
One vote. Why not, boy?
When you
Some
say your
margin-
vote
some
counts, every vote
margin error
counts.
and all these
Really,
things.
your vote.
Why
Every
say
vote
One
really
vote,
counts.
It can't happen.
Why it shouldn't happen?
Why it shouldn't happen?
Why? One vote, you say, no?
But that's how the people.
But there could be a margin of error or something, boy.
Every vote counts. That's good. That's good for to
Nah,
show that
boy.
every vote counts.
Every
Every
vote
vote
counts.
counts. And Winston says there's a name I hear being mentioned, and if he's the guy, he will do extremely well.
Yeah.
Boy.
I mean, living
But
You
it
nervous
is
for
something. It is something that not what people themselves would have to answer, because we could be out here saying this and
And we don't
that
want
with-
another situation like what happened in what was that constituency with Wiley and the Silva and all of this madness.
They get rid of the silver for Wiley. Maracot, that was Maracot.
Go to the community first, please. I beg.
But the community, I
Them
think,
kind
would
of
have said. The
mistakes, they
community,
ain't
I
to
think,
happen
would have
again.
said. The community, I think, would have said.
They didn't want.
They would have
the
said
Silva.
no. They said the silver. I
No.
think, yes.
That's what happened. They didn't want him,
So
and
who
that's
vote-
why
so who voted for the silver?
committee members, not the community.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what happened.
So the opposition leader stepped in.
Because Dr. Friday was here in the community saying loudly, no, which the matter, guys, still lose it. Still ain't win that seat, and by how much?
Yeah.
One did Mr. Wiley dye his hair and all of that? Did he give him a little refreshing
And Angela said, they cheat a lot of ballots. A lot of ballots was not signed, and it's considered a spoiled vote.
The views expressed.
Well,
by
I say Angela
that
is
comment.
expressing her opinion. You know what I mean?
We have somewhat, well, Frank, I'm going to call your name. Frank says, I agree Matthews should withdraw. However, Mr. Volcano vaccine evacuation will not win regardless of who the opposition
Boy,
candidate
why people
is.
just get called so
Who's
much
that?
a jam boys?
That's
Mr.
the
Volcano vaccine, he said.
Vaccine evacuation. Wait, I'm trying to run through the reasons why he's referring to him.
Somebody said there is no need for nerves, Danny.
have to be
It
nervous
was
for
by
them, but
one
it ca-
vote. Winston said them now are Wiley, them say Wiley.
for themselves.
Huh?
They can't afford to lose again.
No, Winston said them were Wiley. Then Wiley now win more though. Winston, you need to stop it. You know what I mean? But on a serious note, Danny.
hating, a dead party will always resurrect dead. What? Are they out of time? And good morning, you're live.
It's me again.
Yes,
you
it
know
is.
why?
Yeah.
The guy actually said right there where people were trying to get away from the volcano that if they're not vaccinated, they're not going to get on the boat. We actually made international news.
Yeah.
With it. That the cruise ship people had to come out and put out a disclaimer to say that it was the government that was telling them to do that. I mean, you know, so he's not going to win again. I will campaign against him.
Frank boy, they must say that they ain't go clean your yard, they ain't go clean in front of you.
Your drain ain't ever clean again, ever.
They clean your drain yet? Your drain done clean?
Mm-hmm.
Your drain clean?
No, man.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah.
That drain never clean again. Watch and see.
Yeah,
You have plenty of work to do cleaning that drain there all the time. All the time.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah. It's crazy,
a
man.
dead party will always resurrect
I don't
dead.
understand. So, Mr. Matthews, if you're listening to me, give me a shout, man. Let me hear.
Call us anytime you wanna. Just call us and let us know what's
Give
happening.
me the exclusive. Give me the exclusive.
Someone says one vote or the Mats in Matson.
The
No, you could win by one vote.
Shady, the Matson, boy.
You could win by one vote.
I don't know if that's supposed to happen, boy. You know what I mean?
Oh, maybe that's why he don't want to run that one vote thing.
Hurt him.
Boy,
my
heart would be shattered.
Yeah.
I don't know the amount of wine I would have to drink to help me to deal with that one vote.
Yeah.
You know how hurtful that is, how painful that is.
I would have checked back over that boy.
Yeah, if Tanti went out to vote, I might have win. That's how I would have feel. I would have been watching everybody like, I wonder if there's one vote. You know?
We have comment there. I see a comment on WhatsApp there, boy.
Another political dead man calling to give his up.
Oh jeez, I'm bread, boys. Shots. It's Frank. Now shots firing at no.
Frank boy.
Pew,
spray. Pew, pew, spray.
Frank, what they really saying, boy? Frank politically dead? No, man, things so.
Things are up.
You know what I mean? But this election going to be interesting, Danny. It's going to be some serious election, boy. It's going to be.
It's the time whenever you wear yellow, they say use this. Whenever you wear red, this. There's one time I had on a yellow shirt and I had on a red lipstick. Oh
jeez, I'm brother.
She really telling us it's red. She did for because she wearing the red lipstick. I was like, what? It's real sticky.
And this is the thing. You see,
it gets very.
People should not have such a big issue with who persons really, you know what I mean, support in that particular way. But the problem really is when you start defending stupidness and you can't see nothing is wrong.
I need to make a disclaimer for you now.
What is that?
Just making sure you ain't going to say anything you shouldn't.
No, I ain't going to say no way. I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Political blinders on.
Yes,
can't see.
that is the biggest problem when you can't see something is wrong, and it is actually
for both
wrong.
sides. For both sides,
exactly my point.
Because the whole situation there with Wiley and this, that was nonsense. That was nonsense. I mean, I was surprised though that Dr. Friday actually stood up and made a hard decision. I was like, wait, yeah, some back looking a little broadish they were going on, Doc. Yeah, it was surprising to me, but I just felt like it could have been avoided. It was nonsense how they dealt with it. And we know, the government they get a lot of licks. They get licks straight through because they do a lot of nonsense.
It's still bigging up
so
my boy.
on both sides.
It's still I'm bigging up my boy Sabo, or you're going with
No, I take back my vote again. I switch again. I'm a swing voter now. You need to come and speak to me
we're going with Camilla.
until Saboto comes in here and allow me to ask him some questions, I take him back the vote and I give him Camelo.
I consider him a soldier, you know, but on the ULP side, I roll in with Camelo, boy. I gotta reach out to Camelo because I feel.
You ain't getting through.
Oh, Camelo?
Dignified silence.
God, I'm a soldier, boy.
But how was he going to be?
Who?
How was he going to be? How can he be a suggestion to head a political party when you don't do interviews?
Oh, which one? Camelo?
Yeah. How was that going to work?
He might have press conference.
Let me do the one drop, eh? Let me do the one drop. Call it good morning.
We lose the
Let we do
call
the
a call
one
back.
drop.
Please call back.
Let we
Please call
do
back.
the one drop. Put on the yellow on top, the red at bottom. I am coming to SVG and run as an independent candidate. But I will vote for you.
Bernadette, don't bother with Daniel. Don't make Daniel set you up.
I will vote for
Don't make
you.
Daniel set you up, Bernadette.
Good morning, you're live.
Morning. What's going on?
Morning.
I know Frank got a cousin.
I catch your voice now. I catch your voice.
Yeah. Frank, it's Danilo. Frank got a cousin in the States who's always say, you see what I tell you? When one call, the other one just call right after. The two of them just work a tag team.
Who's that at you?
No. It ain't got nothing to do with no tag team.
Yes.
No, Frank made a point just now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody commented and saying a politically dead individual trying to make a comment. Now, we know the jab was thrown at Frank.
Yes.
If Frank is so politically dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't debating nothing to do with vaccines, but I want to make one comment towards that. If Frank didn't have any influence, per se, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who were the people responsible for the response that they got in terms of how much people actually took this poison? None, useless.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the people that influence the vast majority of people in St. Vincent? Frank was one of the main persons. Because you know what? The information was there. But you see, the PM always says something. If you want people to be ignorant about something or don't know, put it in writing. Put something in writing. Because people don't like to read. It's not St. Vincent alone. It's all over the globe. Put it in writing, and nobody wants to do the research. Everybody just wants to yap. But you see, when you go and collect it, and you make a lot of supposedly smart people, all of them got university degrees,
yes,
all kinds of fancy names. All you needed to see through this was strictly common sense and logic. And it's all coming out now. I can send all their clips with an Australian guy, and every one of them have it. A lot of the politicians home have it because of who I got it from. Strong URP stalwart. And he told him no, he says, you would love this. Australia recently, the guy called out the whole, basically everybody around the world who bought into this crap. So if Frank is politically dead, how come Frank had so much influence into whatever? How much people you see lining up anyway in the north and you're going for booster? I mean, Jesus, these people always like to jab at somebody when they got nothing. But tell you what, why don't they jab at me? I want them to jab at me. You say the Frank ain't got no influence, jab me?
They say you're always trying to make a point, but you never seem to get your point across.
Why are they making the point? Because the person has to be... No. But the deal is right. She's reading whatever it is. I'm not on Facebook. Facebook would have banned me for life. With the kind of stupidity and ignorance I see people put on Facebook. It's just... I mean, like, what? Because you got a mouth, you could yap? But if you want to yap common sense, guys. Get at me for something. Yeah. I can shut down all of you anytime all comes to be face to face. It's a typical thing like the PM to say. Yeah, Facebook. Yeah. Facebook bullies.
You ready for them?
Any kind, anybody. Bring them on.
All right, Spencer. Thank you so much.
Yes, respect, man.
All right,
have a good one. Have a good one.
Shady, somebody says shady country over party. Oh, somebody at you want to get shady. Yeah.
Studying ready, studying your rhetoric and all these things. I'm telling you, but
I'll put in me in.
Listen, man. Still to come on OMG in the morning today is Dr. Richards. We're gonna jump out, take a commercial break
Yes.
as we make way for him. Stick around.
September is Credit Repair Month at Geku. We are improving access to credit.
Big People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion.
She love the road, the road, the road. Big road.
Music by DJ Easy Sounds. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard Shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shani at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG. Part sponsored by Standard Shippers.
In the schools and communities, children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the authorities, that's what you should do. You see the signs, do what's right, put a stop to child abuse. See, suspect, say! Among friends and families, a message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
The NTRC's 2022 iCode 784 competition is here. Dream, code, innovate. With total cash prizes of over $25,000 to be won. What are you waiting for? Enter in any of the 3 categories: secondary idea, secondary mobile app, and the open categories for persons 35 years and under. Registration runs from September 14th to October 7th, 2022. For registration forms and more information, visit our website at www.ntrc.vc, or Facebook or Instagram pages. Email us at ntrc@ntrc.vc or call 784-457-2279. The NTRC's 2022 iCode 784 competition. Dream, code, innovate.
On Tuesday, October 4th. At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
Stands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. Call us today at 784-456-1821 or email us at metrosint@fintosurf.com.
Bundle, yeah. Bundle, floor. Bundle, save. Tap up, yeah. Tap up, man. Tap up. Look at the place covered.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
At Cashways, we buy, sell, and trade almost anything of value. Get cash for gold same day. The highest prices on jewelry, gold, silver, and diamonds are available at Cashways. Bring in items in good working condition and cash out instantly. We buy, sell, and trade from gold watches, cars,
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
From Courts Ready Cash, you could be the lucky winner of up to $10,000 of your loan amount. Also, when you visit us during the month of August, you may receive free gifts like back-to-school essentials, gift vouchers, Courts Cash, Radio Shack coupons, and much more. Visit your nearest Courts or Ready Cash location or apply online at ReadyFinanceCaribbean.com. Conditions apply. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Offer ends October 3rd.
The evolution of radio. Boom.
Sips Plum Rose water. We drinking. Taste the flavor today. Drinking Plum Rose water from Ireland. Caribbean fruit flavor. Ireland. Just mix the Plum Rose with the water. Ireland. Plum Rose sparkling water. Grab a bottle now. Island Sip Plum Rose sparkling water. Beyond water.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
Tell me how come here in Jamaica so many people still a fight Rasta? Tell me how come Doga East says them never charge minimum but them charge Sizzler. Tell me how come people on Samata Street never seem to love the Prime Minister. Tell me how come those in power don't seem to care. Oh, it's 'cause life is so unfair. Tell me how come here in Jamaica so many people still a fight Rasta? Tell me how come Doga East says them never charge minimum but them charge Sizzler. Tell me how come people on Samata Street never seem to love the Prime Minister. Tell me how come those in power don't seem to care. Oh, it's 'cause life is so unfair. In this sweet paradise, this is what we swear. Out of many, get to see you see that everyone treated equal, and this is why so many die, leaving so many to die. Now we want you to say, tell me how come. Everybody say it loud. Everybody say it real loud. Shh. Come on. There's so much guns in the streets and none of them gun they never make ya. Doga East them never chat minimum but them chat Sizzler. The dollar value's going down and everything's going up around town. Tell me how come but let them get gone down. The time is so unfair. In this sweet paradise, this is what we swear. Out of many, can't you say you see what everyone treated equal, and this is why so many times. Someone, anyone, shine a light for love. Shine a light for love. Someone shine a light for love. Shine a light for love. Somebody up there, shine a light for love. Thank you. Keep it burning. Keep it burning. Tell me how come you them downtown can't receive the education like you them uptown? Tell me how come Jack your day at jail and the prosecutor know he's innocent and should be there. Tell me how come people are so out the street and Babylon and one like say them to see it. Tell me how come people see it and not people. Time is so unfair. In this sweet, this is what we swear. Out of many, can you see that? Everyone treated equal. This is why so many times. This is why shine with our hearts. Let love prevail for humanity. Let righteousness take hold of mankind. My love, one people, one for the Lord.
Let me tell you, you think it's easy for Baba stand up in the shop all day and nothing now one. You think it's easy for farmers stay up and at the sun world day? Upload the farm. It no easy being a vendor, nor a taxi man. No, you think it's easy to stand up and watch you use a crying food for them. But who feels it knows it. We are feeling from a little and a grow. Who feels it knows it. Sometimes you feel like we let go. Who feels it knows it. We are feeling from a little and a grow. Who feels it knows it. Oh,
it's Somaliland. Where you get that system here from? Boy, the ones that don't poor people land. Don't know some enough vote again, no sir. The MP don't give a damn. Where you get that system here from? Don't say me live on Scotland. Joe, me Joe rich like Matalan, no sir.
Got a big bright smile, but my days are dark. Hungry till I can barely walk. Oh, too much to look on my face. No, no, don't have no food and my cupboard's dry. Only God knows how I get by. Oh, too much to look on my face. No, she's the sweetest thing that you've ever seen. Selling her body wasn't in her dreams. No, too much to look on her face. No. No, because we have a pleasant look. If you don't know the story, don't judge the book. Please don't. No watch the look on my face. No, even though I smile, yeah, it is only for a while. Tears could fill the river Nile, but I sweep my troubles underneath my pride. Yes, I'm gonna smile, yeah, though it's only for a while. Till my worries subside, I will sweep my troubles underneath my pride.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Yeah, watch us. Watch us.
All right, let's say good morning to Dr. Richards, who's joining us right now. Good morning, Doc.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Doc.
I see you guys having a good time in the studio this
Having a
morning.
good time. Since you prayed for us yesterday, we feel relieved.
That day of prayer yesterday, we prayed from 6 a.m. non-stop to 6 p.m. So
Really?
Yeah. Different groups taking prayer, covering St. Vincent in prayer right through. I think it's important. So say what you want. There are people who will continue to lift up this nation in prayer for this nation. So
yes,
just want you to know that. Take note. And
I love that.
I think that's
I
what
really
keeping
love
us
that.
going, Joe? I think so, man. I think so.
Well,
And
I listened. I then a lot of things, but we prayed for a lot of things. We had a prayer list to go through, and just quite a number of things.
Yeah.
In my segment, which was from 1 to 2 p.m., I covered some of what I talked about on the radio yesterday on the need for repentance, for come to Jesus moment that we kind of like realize, what can we do better? How can I be better? Where have I failed God? I think that was the one that I looked at. Where have I failed God? And as we address these, we expect the favor of God. God is not just gonna, to disobedient people, He's not gonna keep dumping favor upon favor upon favor, and you go about and you keep doing same old. You got to make a turn, and so I dealt with that yesterday, and I hope it resonated. I hope there were some people who heard that there needs to be a change, and would adhere. And anyways, so that was yesterday. We need more like that. It just struck me, though. Let me just say this in passing. It struck me, the relative importance or unimportance of the thing. There are other days that get holidays. I don't want to single out Carnival, for example, because that will upset people. But yes, there were some who asked if we could get. We try to rationalize this. If you could get 2 days off, and actually more, but that's another talk. But in effect, you get more than 2 days. But let's say you get 2 days off for Carnival, and their holidays. You know, you can't get 2 days off. Well, you can get half a day off. You can get a day off for prayer. I don't know. Clearly, if you could get 2 days off for Carnival more important than prayer for this nation, that could be argued. There could be some error in that argument, of course. That argument will overlook certain things, of course. But I've heard that argument made. If you could get time off for Carnival, how come you can't get time off for prayer? So you hear that kind of things. You get time off for other things. And yesterday, in my piece on the radio, I talked about the way when you want to push certain things in this country, lots of writ, ordinances get put out, policies are shaped and formed surrounding it. When you intend on pushing something as important in this country, there's a way that you do it to ensure that it catches, at least gains traction. And as I look at the day of death, I ask myself, because I don't know, so I ask myself, how much has been done to ensure that this thing of prayer gets traction? To those who have the power and the authority, I question, because obviously pastors and churches don't have authority as much as some, certain other. Anyways, so there are things that if we write a writ to the schools or to the minibuses, I don't know that they will pay attention to us. But if it comes from X office or Y office and it goes out to all of the relevant places, a little bit more attention would be placed on it. So you ask yourself, had that been ignored? If the thing was serious enough, would that have been pushed? So these are questions that arose yesterday. You didn't see them on Facebook, but from where I sit, I get to feel the barometer of certain sentiments that will be expressed. And, I just thought I'll share just a couple of what was expressed. We hope that the next day of prayer will be more significant. We have a national rally coming up early in November, and you will hear more about that. And we hope that enough redress is being given to what I am saying now, so that by the time that prayer rally comes up in early November, first week of November, that some of what I am saying here would have been addressed. But I'll get on it. I'm actually part of that committee that will be pushing to see how this can be done properly. So you can expect that to be addressed. On another matter altogether, Jomo's piece this morning and what ensued afterwards made me think, because what Jomo spoke about seemingly got no traction. And after he spoke, I heard about quite a number of issues being ventilated, primarily matter with the fish vending and the matter with the quarry. And I think, especially the matter of the quarry, you all went deep. Daniel, I know you'd want me to say it that way, so that's why I did it actually.
Yeah.
I was sad though. I was sad because of the reality that it reflects. Because, you know, I think about things, Daniel and Fernando. I think about things. Yeah. And I was sad because of what it tells me. And it wasn't dressed up. It was, this is who we are and this is what we get. So it was another glimpse of who we are as a Vincentian society, about what matters. Reminds me of a program I did on the matter of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is not original stuff with me. Any basic student in psychology would have become acquainted with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the pyramid that he has is that physiological needs is at the bottom. and the self-actualizing needs are at the top. Very narrow, very, very narrow segment and attention and effort and all of that on self-actualization. But the base of the pyramid, the basement of humanity, if you will, some people are going to be offended by that, but understanding the concept that Maslow is speaking is the basement of humanity, where most of us exist, where most of the narrative is going to be, where most of the attention is going to be, where most of the juice is going to be on physiological needs. Revolutions are started on physiological needs. French Revolution is one of the biggest case in point, that march on the Bastille for bread, you know. We talk fish issues, that's a matter of physiological need. We talk soil and topsoil and quarry. Again, that is physiological need. People are concerned about food, people are concerned about shelter, people are concerned about what they wear. You give a Vinci, he goes overseas to Brooklyn or whatever, and you're going to find him, if he get 2 cents in his pocket, he probably won't go downtown Manhattan, but you're going to buy things and put in a barrel. You're buying plenty clothes and bling. It seems to me like once we get a couple of extra pennies, we want to bling it. So physiological things matter a lot to us.
Yeah.
But what Jomo was talking about transcends physiological needs. But it was so important to me, I was applauding. Mind you, I am not saying I agree with all that he was saying. Please let me clarify. But the discussion is a worthwhile one. Who are we as Vincentians? What matters to us? Why am I proud to be a Vinci? What's my Vincentian heritage? What is my true identity? But these are not discussions that we want to have clearly, because once he dropped that on the table, once he inserted that axis that should have been, like I said, axial to all of our thoughts and discussion this morning, once he dropped that there, I thought it was largely ignored.
Yeah, you should have seen the comment section.
But in all fairness, he brought that up because it was a discussion that we were actually engaging in, and persons were contributing.
Yeah, but the comments was like, we don't really have patriotism in us, either ULP or NDP.
I stand corrected, Denny. Thank you for that.
That was the meat of the comment. We really don't have patriotism. It's either you're ULP or NDP. That was the meat of the comment section.
It piqued my interest because, mind you, every year around this time in October, I do talk a lot about national spirit. I talk about who are we as a Vinci. I talk about how we can make ourselves better Vincis. Well, I do all year round, but especially, in October, I talk about what it takes to be a nation builder. But these things and these kinds of discussions don't loom large against things like how you put in bread on your table.
Right.
What matters to Vincis, and I guess wherever, I should not single us out, because like I said, revolutions typically are started over these issues more so than any other issues about your physiological needs. So I hope that during this month that we will pivot back
to
what Jomo raised. You don't have to agree with him. Please hear me. You don't have to agree with him, but the discussion is worthwhile. I remember 2 years ago, I asked myself, for example, during this month, why am I proud? I did a commentary on it. Why am I proud to be a Vinci? And it dawned on me, the reason why, wherever I go in this world, and I mean, wherever I go, I don't hide the fact that I am Vinci. I promote Vinci. This little piece of rock, 13 by 18 plus the 32, hear me say that, Lavon, plus the 32. This little piece of rock is home.
Wow.
And it might not afford me all of the things that you can get in Texas, that I could get in Georgia, that I could get in Florida. It might not afford me the things that in London or wherever, High Wycombe. It might not allow me some of the things that you get in Wales, but this is home.
Yes.
I have one home. Fernando, I have one home.
Yes.
and it's St. Vincent. And I have watched people here. Let me make the parallel, the allegory, the comparison, if you will, to people who build homes here. I travel in the countryside in Kingston, Leeward, Windward, and I've seen people might have the most modest of homes, a little piece of yard, a 2x4, but I watch the way they clean up. I watch the way they cut around. I watch the way they sweep their yards. Sometimes even when they can't afford a bamboo broom, they're going to put together something, a makeshift broom, and they're going to clean up their yard. You know why? It ain't much, but it's home.
Yeah.
And they will fight for it and defend it. And anyone dare come in there and try to do something to that home, you have a fight on your hand. And that's perhaps akin to how I feel about St. Vincent.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to offer me much. It doesn't have to have the greatest sports team. It does not have to have the greatest infrastructure in the world. Now, that would be nice. It does not. Listen, I don't have to give a checklist of all of the things that St. Vincent has given me. I don't have to have a checklist of how St. Vincent stacks up vis-a-vis Antigua with their tourism, or Bahamas or Jamaica. We don't have the track stars like Bahamas, but this is home. And there is a reason that I am proud to be Vinci. So this kind of discussion, once we begin at that nexus, I say nexus, once we begin with this axial thought that we move beyond what we getting for food, what we getting for shelter, what we getting for transportation, what the employment situation is, and all of that, who got to sell the fish out on the, these are, I know there was a bread and butter issues. Yeah. But I think and I will wrap up here, I think what the problem is, we continue to talk, debate, ventilate, have a narrative around these bread and butter issues, and we miss the core. We have the debate on the matters that are on the periphery, Daniel. I'm not saying they're not important, but I'm saying once we begin to take this peripheral view that the physiological matters most to me, then that becomes the inverted axis. I think what should happen, once you self-actualize, invert the pyramid, if you will, and let the core be your self-actualization, being all that you can be. And then just a little bit out from that, the matters of respect. How much do I need? How much do I show? Self-esteem. What do I think of me? What do I think of others? Recognition and freedom and all of these other core things. I believe that if we construct the fabric of Vincentian society, I'm wrapping up. I believe that if we construct the fabric of Vincentian society, the core, the essence of who we are around these kinds of needs, self-actualization and esteem, and then perhaps at a lower level, love and belonging, I believe that we can handle these physiological matters and these safety matters a little bit better.
Yeah.
I want to propose that we dig deep, Daniel. I want to propose that we dig deep and begin to figure out who we are beyond the physiological needs. Who am I? And how do I get to the place where I am the best that I could be? Because this is Independence Month, you can expect to hear me talk a little bit more about these kinds of matters. Not that it will generate a lot of interest.
It's okay, we have to discuss the important things.
Nobody can prove Maslow wrong, and I can't prove Maslow wrong. Physiological needs will dominate. I know it. Bread and butter issues will carry the day. I know it. Voices like mine that talk about these other needs and things that we could pay attention to that will make us better, these go by the way. I know it. Yeah. But I'll say it anyway. I'm done.
Contribution.
Thank you, Doc, for your contribution.
Yeah, very good contribution, Doc. And Daniel, this is what I'm saying. Doc, even I was looking at the way we could do more. I think a lot of times we try to do things on a big scale, but I was reading, I do a lot of community works. I think that one of the best way of really getting us out of this problem to encourage patriotism and to do that more is to give to your community, do something in your community. Too often we have, and most communities, you have some sort of professional somewhere in that community that could do something, you know what I mean? Do a little program, just do something to give back of, you know what I mean, of what you have learned, of what you have gained, and that will help. You know, that will help to
Excellent,
yeah,
excellent, young man. You said that you do community work.
I do a lot of community work. Yeah.
You see, these are the kind of things that building a sense of oneness, brotherhood with our community. Yeah.
You see, the thing is a sacrifice. Is a sacrifice, and people have to be prepared to sacrifice. I think that's what a lot of persons are not really prepared to do. Even when you're doing community activities, you might have to give up what you got, you know, rather than having something coming in all the time. But as time goes by, persons would see what you're doing and find ways of
I applaud you, Fernando. I applaud you, and as a young man, that's a good model. Keep doing it. Set that model out there. Gosh, I wish that we could have more people who can, you know, be loving and caring about others around you. It begins in your home, mind you, and it begins in your near circle. But as you go out into your third places, by the way, I have to do a program one of these days on third places. Amazing ideas I have on that. But as you go out into your third places, you want to be sure that you build this connectivity, bonding, and you make your third places better and stronger. These are the kind of things that we need. When you talk about towards a better St. Vincent, these are the kind of discussions that we need to have.
We have
Shaping
to get persons like Daniel more out and Shady more out in the community.
Shady, no. I know we overtime, but Shady
just deliver music.
No, but look at the song Shady played just before he came on. Look at the song. Y'all look at that song Shady played before he came on.
They were all requested.
Pastor, you have to take
physiological needs. We talk about food, and then he talk about
before I start on you,
Take
you
Daniel
can't
under your
speak
wing.
when you ain't coming early enough to hear the conversations we have
talking about
to
community.
know that we were speaking about these things before Jomo came on. So on that note, let's wrap up here.
Very good, Danny.
Time, and some of us were actually here on time.
Pastor, encourage her.
Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Drop it, Daniel. Daniel, you drop it deep.
Drop it.
Very deep, very deep. All right, and we want to say thank you so much for all of your. You see, that's why your microphone had a conk out, because you need to do the right thing. And you're over there talking about me. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. We had a great time with you. Listen, is it that outside is overcast or is just the tint? I want to know. It's overcast, right? And we know that we'll be expecting some weather. We will keep you up to date on that. Tomorrow, we'll try to bring you as much information as possible on the weather. Winston is saying, I really must commend Fernando. He really does do a lot on the community level. That's why you need to run. That's why they want you to run. I know. It's a good thing. It's a good thing the cameras are still rolling. All right. So looking forward to being with you again tomorrow, God's willing. Have a great one.
Boom 1069.
Work hard every day, treat us like a slave.